Well, hello everybody. Welcome on back to Random Rosters here inside of NFL Primetime 2002 ESPN's own NFL video game from the year 2002. My name is Sean. This is youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. And every Tuesday you can catch a brand new episode of Random Rosters, right here on the channel. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. And you can sometimes watch me adjust the volume so I remember to do it this time where I forgot last time. We have 4 games for you as we do every single week. If you don't know, if you're new, this is technically episode number 88, season number 5 of this. If you want to watch more, there are playlists on the channel homepage. So you are welcome to check that out if you would like. If you want to catch up on this or if you want to watch past seasons, that is available to you. But the long story short of it, we just watched football. The rosters went through a randomization, a fantasy draft, and we just see how the season plays out. If every team could just draft every season. We've done NFL Fever 2002, Madden 2003, NFL Fever 2003, and Madden 2004. And then this one showed up because I didn't know it existed until a video I watched. So we went back in time to see what it would be like. Because we're in the NFL season from 2001-2002, 31 teams. Every team's going to have a bye. There's going to be a team on a bye like every single week. And we have the kind of weird divisions. So there you have it. And that'll come in handy because you're going to be confused when I point out one of them's a rivalry and you'll go, why? Because the game doesn't make any sense. The NFL doesn't make sense in 2001. We are taking a look, like I said, 4 games. I was looking at the standings. And with the exception of like the Lions, the Saints, and the Steelers, for the most part, like everybody's been pretty competitive. It is a jam-packed standings from top to bottom in almost every single division. So games out here in week number 8 could actually mean more than we might realize come week number 17. And that's where we're going to start here. We're going to start with the Colts and the Chiefs. Both of these teams are in very competitive divisions. We'll take a look at them. The AFC Central has the AFC East, has the AFC East. There it is. The AFC East has the Colts at 3-3. They are knotted up with the Bills and the Dolphins in the middle of the pack in that division. Patriots are 5-2, and the Jets still competitive at 3-4. In the AFC Central, it's a 6-team division, and you have not a team that's here. You have the Chiefs in the West. I keep thinking one of these teams. I keep thinking that one of them's in the Central, but they're not. You have a lot of 4-win teams here in the AFC West. The Chiefs at the bottom of that pile, thanks to not having their bye week yet like the Raiders and no ties like the Broncos. So a win could go a long way to help them keep pace with the teams in front of them. The Central is also blocked up with a lot of 3-win teams as well, and that 4-win Jaguars team. So this could come down to maybe a tiebreaker for a wild card spot. Then we're going to go take a look at, and they're back again this week, but I promise it's for a good reason. The Vikings are playing the Buccaneers. The Vikings have played 3 straight weeks on the channel, and they've also played 3 straight division games, which has helped put them in a good position here going into week number 8. If they can get a win and a Packers loss, they will be tied with Green Bay atop the division. If they get a win, they'll lord over the Buccaneers in second place. Could help with that wild card positioning, and could make a Packers-Vikings game down the line a little bit more exciting or meaningful. And then I always remember, it was Packers-Lions. Okay. So there, we're going to be taking a look at the Vikings. That's right, 3 straight weeks. I try not to do that, but a couple of the other games I had were like teams in contention versus bad. And that would be like Oakland taking on Philly or Tennessee taking on Pittsburgh. It's like, it's interesting if the other team can pull the upset, but neither of those teams look all that great. Game number 3 this week, as I take a look at my notes, is an NFC East rivalry in a very messy division. That is going to be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys. That's right, this is both teams in the NFC East. The Cowboys usually run this division. Washington won it one time. The Cardinals can kind of upset things depending on how the rest of the season goes. The Giants and the Eagles have never really been competitive from a playoff perspective, so this one could be a big one. With like, say, an Eagles win and a Cardinals win, you would have everyone at least 3 wins. That would force the Cowboys under 500, depending how Washington and New York do. You could have at best a 4-4 division leader. You could have at worst a 3-5 division trailer. So this one I thought was very interesting. And then last but not least, we're going to check out the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Both of these teams playing in very crowded divisions. Seattle leads the AFC West. The Dolphins battling in a crowded AFC East. Seahawks 4-1-1. And then out in the East, the Dolphins are 3-3. A win here would be very helpful, especially depending on Buffalo early in the day or the Colts early in the day as well. So that's what we're taking a look at. I figured to give you a little more context to why these games are more interesting. We'll go ahead and jump into our first game of the day. Colts taking on the Chiefs. And we'll be off and ready. Thanks so much again for hanging out. If you want more, be sure to scroll down and subscribe during these loading screens. It's a great time to do that. You can let me know if you want who your Super Bowl pick would be. We have potentially a pretty big upset right above this game.
Welcome to today's game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the
Indianapolis Colts. Is interesting.
Hello again, everybody.
And it looks like we have a rainy day here.
Time. I'm Chris Berman. He's Tom Jackson. From all of us at Prime Time and all of us at ESPN, welcome.
All of us at
What are you
ESPN.
looking for in today's game, Tommy?
We're being welcomed.
The Chiefs come into this game in 4th place of their division.
They're in 4th place, but they could very easily be in 2nd.
Meanwhile, the Indianapolis Colts enter the game in
2nd
place of their division.
Now I have to spell Indianapolis.
In the NFL passing the football, while their running game ranks 2nd overall.
Thanks, Tom. Rain is beginning to fall as the players take the field for the kickoff.
Most of the players have switched to using longer cleats for today's game.
Number 16,
so here we go, game number 1. Martin Gramatica, 3rd-year pro. Just going to get us started here.
Underway.
Kansas City with a massive strike of thunder as that ball got kicked. Took the ball out to the 21-yard line, 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
So it'll be from the 26 or so for Indianapolis on their first drive of the game. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more of the running here in the inclement weather. Of course, they go ahead and throw it out to the flat there. Edner and James already getting his hands on the ball, making a difference. Little 3-yard catch there, sets up 2nd down and 7. Going with a little bit of an end around, it gets absolutely blasted in the backfield. This, oh wow, 2 tackles already for Teddy Bruschi. My goodness. Off to a fast start. So 3-yard gain and then a 3-yard loss sets up 3rd down and 10. When we see that Indianapolis offense, the backs and receivers, you're going to be like, wow, this team should be like 150-0 at this point because they're so good. But then you look at their quarterback and you go, oof, not great. Jerry Rice, Edner and James, Shannon Sharp, Ed McCaffrey. That is an absurd group of those position or skill players. And yet they are a pretty middling 3-3. And just because you slap things together like that doesn't mean you're going to immediately go 16-0. But those are really good players playing at the top of their game. Maybe not Jerry Rice at the top of his game, but still an effective piece. Backs and receivers here with Randy Moss on the Kansas City Chiefs. I want to say that's the 2nd time we've seen Randy Moss on the Kansas City Chiefs. Steve McNair throwing it out to the right side. When was the last time we saw Kansas City? I feel like it's been a while. Probably shouldn't have been when we do 4 games, but Kansas City, at least week 2. Air McNair going for a long ball. It's blocked or deflected or defensed by Samari Roll. So I think they might actually call this differently now because I was looking at Madden 2008, and when you look at that category, It says pass deflected, and it's the only achievement I don't have in Madden 2008. I hope people saw me on Xbox Live last night and were like, why is he playing Madden 2007? And why is he now playing Madden 2008? What is he doing? First down and 10 from the 30. Good start here for the the Kansas City Chiefs, excuse me. Sorry, the Indianapolis Colts drive was so quick, I forgot that they punted the ball.
2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs with a man in the slot.
Sounds like you might be changing the play up, using a little bit of motion from left to right. Throws left side. Nice catch. Right in front of the defender. Now set him up 1st and 10 inside the red zone, down to about the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. It's a run.
One with a handoff, huge hole off that right side, and well blocked on the second level. Just
run by Dunn.
The defense collapsed pretty well on that to make sure he didn't get too much more than 7 yards. Though you wonder if he breaks it inside to his left, if he can actually get a bigger chunk there. We'll go right back to the run. Hat on the offensive line, and he's going to get 2 yards due to the friendly nature of being thrown forward by the defender. 3rd down and 1. McNair drops and throws. Oh, it's intercepted. Oh, I thought it was actually going to be a good route adjustment by the receiver. You could see he was kind of trailing a little bit, and it looked like the hit boxes were kind of smacking into each other a little bit. He took a step to his left, and I guess that created the space for the defender. Thought it was going to be a touchdown, but instead it was a pick. Indianapolis' defense coming up big. 1st and 10 from the 20 now. Under 2 to go here in quarter number 1. Pitch left side. James makes a man miss. Gets tackled by the second guy, but at least gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11, actually, is what they'll give him a 1-yard loss there. Need to pre-order Tekken 8 now on PlayStation, but thank you. Throw out to the flat. Edgerrin James makes a man absolutely look foolish. Just that man hit a nice patch, fell in a puddle, tumbled down a mountain. That is a really good play for the Indianapolis Colts, who feel like they need a bit of a sustained drive here.
2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
I don't think you can give an offense. You go to the field, kind of go to the field position battle, and you go like, oh man, you can't really like give an offense that's already kind of sliced and diced you up a little bit. Granted, you did get the interception, but I don't think you can give that offense the ball back. They're going to make adjustments. They'll be right back down inside the red zone, I would anticipate. But this at least giving your defense a chance to breathe. It's a nice defensive play there to force 4th and 7, and now you're going to be winning the field position battle, and I think that'll help. Chris Hansen, 2nd punt of the day here in the 1st quarter already. Ugh.
Brought down by Harper.
Brought down. Short of the 30, it looks like. We'll take a look at the defense for Indianapolis. Mike Vrabel. I saw a clip of him getting absolutely rocked by an official, just hustling downfield. He's like looking up the field, and the ref's looking back because he's doing his job, and just like no idea, just like shoulder checks him. And it's like a muscular looking official. Just runs into him, throws out like a "I'm sorry" hand, like, oh, really sorry to whoever that was, and then just continue doing their thing. And you're like, excellent. Good job. Officials, you get so much garbage.
Caught with 2 defenders on it. An 18-yard reception by Moss.
Randy Moss getting involved in the game here. 1st down and 10, right around midfield. Mark it at the 48-yard line. And that is what will close out the 1st quarter. Goose egg game so far. Kansas City, though, looking like the better team so far. That's a double so far right there. Now it's a triple. Oh, baby, a triple.
Woo, 18. Woo, 18.
First down and 10. From the 40, then depending on the hitbox, he's going to throw it left side. That's Randy Moss again getting up and getting the catch. Third catch of the game already, averaging 11 point something yards, long of 18. Well, that'll set up a first down in Indianapolis territory again. We'll call this one the 37-yard line. McNair drops, throws a nice catchable ball. Oh my goodness.
A 17-yard pass.
That is a tremendous turn upfield.
If you're going to throw,
It's a great throw by McNair and a good move on the backside after that catch to make a man miss and take it upfield. First down and 10. McNair, it's like a little bit of a play action, rolls right, throws back across his body, but finds a receiver for the touchdown.
That touchdown was a result of a great move by the receiver and perfect placement of the
That
ball by
is
the
not,
quarterback.
well, I guess it wasn't as across his body as it looked. It was more parallel. You see somebody roll out like that, and you just get so scared. Grammatico went to Kansas State. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So Kansas City takes a 7-0 lead. That probably should be a little bit bigger. That interception was only third down, I believe. Oof. Hit that brought the lightning.
First and 10.
And it's first and 10 from the 22.
Split backfield for Indianapolis.
That's why I thought the field position was so important. If Indianapolis, even if it's just a first down. Oh my goodness, how was that not an interception? That was so well read by Kansas City's defense. I was getting ready to put up the hands for touchdown because I thought he was going to take it to the house, but just a pass defense. Still a really nice read, though. Edner and James on the left side picks up 4, 3. Wow, they're good 1. Okay, just kidding. False alarm. All of that was a lie. Third down and 9. Matthews throws left side. Edner and James again getting another touch. Stopped well short of the line to gain, though. I'd love to see Indianapolis focus more on the between the tackle running. I want to say that last week their game was one of the slowest. It's a nice reception. He'll get, or a nice return, excuse me. He'll get it back to the 45-yard line. So Kansas City starting in really good position here. Oh, an excellent defensive play off the end by number 51. Dunn got blown up in the backfield. It was not much of a contest. Short-handed tackling. And that's going to set up a second down and 16. That's a big swing right there. I love the throw by McNair right there to Derek Mason, his second catch of the day. You don't have to get it all back. You want to set it up to be as third and manageable as possible, but 3rd and 9 is much better than a deep throw incompletion. That sets up a 3rd and 16. I liked the first throw, didn't love the second throw there. Steve McNair, I was not a fan of it. Chad Stanley from Stephen F. Austin. Sounds like one of the schools that would make it into, we had a friend of mine had ESPN College Hoops 2K5, which was a very good basketball game. But we would always play as like the 1 seeds, and the teams like that would always beat us because we weren't very good at it. We just play 1-minute halves. You fall down by like 4 points, you're just jacking up threes. Everything gets worse from there.
Let's go inside the numbers.
Inside the numbers.
Need to be more successful through the air.
Yeah, no duh. Thanks, Chris Berman. Indianapolis would do better if they were simply better. If they were good. So, like, a lot of 16 seeds won.
Interception.
And College Hoops 2K5.
Brought down by McCaffrey.
So just
It's his
bad at
first
the game.
interception of the game. Kansas City.
Bad, and then panic sets in.
Defense is
And
giving their offense the ball back. Let's see what they can do.
so first down and 10, Indianapolis with an interception to return the favor.
The pitch out.
Or Kansas City with an
Nowhere
interception
to
to
run.
return the favor.
Boom, the defender was unblocked on his way to introduce
Thinking about
himself to
ESPN
the
College
ball
Hoops
here.
2K5. Doesn't have a mascot mode. Don't worry, I looked. Sure, I own a copy of it.
The pitch out by McNair.
I'd have
He
to.
lost a few yards.
There's
on
no
that
possible
play.
way I did not buy
Right
that
on the
game.
snap.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do when a defender gets in there that quick.
Did I? I had to. There's no way I would have skipped that.
McNair looking to throw.
McNair throws over the middle.
An 8-yard pass by McNair.
Finds a receiver, gets about half of it back. It's going to be way too long of a field goal here, so I'd imagine they would go for the punt. It's going to be a 55-yard field goal should they try it.
Back to punt.
Indianapolis' defense has looked a lot better over the last couple of drives, forced Kansas City into some second down and long scenarios. I like what Kansas City's been doing, though, trying to just get half of it back. But their third down plays have not done a great job at finishing
At the 15-yard
what they
line.
start, you know?
That punt, one word. Terrible.
He must have hit it off the side of his foot because that was a duck.
Was there College Hoops like 2K4?
Matthews
Dropping back,
will
throws to the right side, off the
receiver
hands and
actually took his eye
incomplete.
off the ball. Maybe he heard footsteps.
So second down and 10. He shouldn't have heard footsteps. It didn't look like there was really much going on there. That's a play action pass deep down the right side. A one-handed grab, but he got hit right as the ball got there. And that will be an incomplete pass. It was a really nice throw by Matthews. Just nothing to show for it. Throw to the right side. That time he's going to find a receiver's hands. Ed McCaffrey's making a nice reception there to keep this drive alive. First and 10. It is not even that late in the day, and I am just very tired. I did not sleep much
First
last
and
night.
10 at the 36-yard line. He shows a 4-3. He's
Big
throwing
deep drop there for Matthews. Throws and finds the hand of a Kansas City defender. Throwing into double coverage.
Throwing the ball there was a rookie-type mistake. He just let it go without realizing that a defender was in position to just jump up and make the play.
Ooh, I like the delayed handoff there. Well read. Good job by the Kansas City defense there. I believe that's Teddy Bruschi. Big number 54 there. But an excellent job to stay home. Oh my! Why did he go out of bounds? Oh no! He didn't have to go out of bounds at all. Oh, that was such a nice move. The defender fell down. He got caught on another guy. Everything was a mess. The clock management both does and doesn't make sense sometimes. There has to be better logic to the decisions. Like, he should have gotten up and then, like, snuck out of bounds, you know? And then they call that play, which is very weird. And then they almost throw an interception, which is even weirder. So very quickly, 3rd and 13, after the really nice play that probably should have gone for more. An incomplete pass and a poor decision for an end around.
Pass play.
Throwing right side, off the hands and incomplete. Bruschi looks like he's making his presence felt yet again. And they will not try the field goal. They will just kick this away. Oh yeah, there was an ESPN NFL College Hoops 2K4. It was a Texas basketball player on the cover. I was trying to remember who was on the cover. I believe Stanford was on the cover. That sounds wrong.
McNair looking to throw.
McNair throwing and finds an incomplete.
Second down and 10
Incomplete
to go.
pass.
Four down lineman on D.
Oh, a false start
Hold on,
penalty.
There's a penalty.
False start on number 61, offense.
Second down and 14 to go.
What am I
Line
thinking?
up in the eye. McNair dropped back, caught with 2 defenders on it.
Oh, that series went for
14-yard pass by
longer.
McNair.
That's right. Okay, they went all the way up to 2K8.
Only get better.
I don't think I bought 2K5 or 4 because I'm pretty sure I bought 2K7, and I don't think it has it. Actually, I'm certain it doesn't have it. And I know 2K6 is one of those kind of weird, easy, like 1,000 gamer score games on the Xbox. So they will just knee it and take it to the half. They are.
Lead by 7.
They should probably be ahead by more than just 7. Indianapolis' defense has really done a nice job coming through on the last few drives and stopping that first drive with an interception to keep this to a 1-score game. Kicker getting dirty, 20-year veteran Gary Anderson.
Underway.
You know him, slopping around in the mud.
Isn't as ugly as the first.
Good opportunity for Kansas City to get some more points on the board here.
First down and 10 to go.
I think College Hoops 2K8 is one of the kind of weird, like, arbitrarily expensive games. Like, it's just expensive because there's no other version past it.
Stop by Fuller.
Chris, that's the kind of play you need to keep the drive moving.
But it's not, I don't think it's absurdly expensive. Maybe it depends on the platform.
McNair.
Drops and throws to the right side.
Stop by Roll. Tom, I thought
Randy Moss. God, he was only a 4th-year pro from Marshall. That is wild. So you can get, let's see, 2K5.
McNair.
Is that on Etsy?
Stop at the 48-yard line.
eBay 2K6 for the original Xbox, $10. The Xbox 360 of College Hoops 2K8 for disc only is $91. What? Are you serious? $178? What is happening?
Interception, you knock it down.
Just search College Hoops 2K.
If I had to guess, I'd say that the offensive coordinator had something else in mind when he drew that one up.
Third down and
those are
13
like
for the first.
I guess they're not. Well,
The Chiefs send a man in.
they're expensive, but they're not that expensive. Complete inbox for 2K8 College Hoops 2K8 as we see that Hail Mary pass. Intercepted in the end zone. Second interception in the end zone for the Indianapolis Colts today. Kind of just an arm punt. I don't know why he's really getting yelled at by the coach there. That was a 3rd down and 10 that you called that play, or someone on your staff called. Yeah, I mean, you weren't really going to do a whole lot more, I guess. So the jump from 2K7 to 2K8 is pretty wild. College Hoops 2K7 on the Xbox 360, complete inbox 1920. On the same platform, Xbox 360 for 2K8, complete inbox $63. But just arbitrarily goes up 3 times because there's not another one. Edgerrin James with a nice move to get upfield, pick up the first down. 13 carries on, or 13 yards on 3 carries, and the long was 12. So Edgerrin James has not had an easy day from the backfield running the ball. He has been a consistent presence through the passing game. Throws right side. That's off the hands. That should have been caught. Should have been a catch. Looked like he had the position and everything. Going out of bounds. That's got to be a catch. Pitch, and that is why you have a long of 12 and a total of 11 yards. Michael Stone coming through and laying down an absolutely fantastic hit for a 4-yard loss. PS3 version's a tad more expensive, $64.99, but the disc-only price is what's kind of surprising. 2K8 on the 360, $57. On the PlayStation 3, just for the disc, $61.
But he is deceptively fast.
Then you look at something like 2K5, it's like $8. $8 new. Or not new, sorry, but $8 complete inbox. It was indeed a Stanford player. For whatever reason, College Hoops 2K4 does not show up.
First down and 10 to go. The D shows a 4-3. They'll keep it on the ground.
Going
A
right
1-yard
side
run
there.
by Dunn.
ESPN. Oh, it was College Hoops 2004. Okay, interesting.
2nd and 10
Interesting.
at the 30-yard line. Running play. Held
Looking
up
off
at
the right side, nothing doing there. And this Colts defense doing a tremendous job keeping this to be a one-score game.
D sets up against the pass.
Weird, it's listed as 2004, but it says 2K4 on
That's
the
a
box.
case where the defender punished the man for coming into his territory.
4th down and 9. Really thought Kansas City, after their first couple of drives, even if you include that interception, the touchdown drive and the drive that should have at least ended in points, I thought that they would start to really dominate this game. But Colts defense has made some excellent adjustments, and they forced a bunch of punts and an interception, a second interception. So good for them. 1st down and 10. 1:24 to go here in the third quarter. Throws, looking left side, finds Edner and James. That's where Edner and James has been the most effective, has been the passing game from the backfield. 5 catches, 40 yards. That's an excellent average. 8-yard average. And far more consistent, far more consistently has the ability to run. The running game has not been his friend, of course, as soon as I say that. Finds a nice gap on the right side, and 1st down. Or 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard gain on 1st and 10. Matthews with a quick drop, but not a great throw there. Defender all over it. Sets up 3rd down and 4. 37 seconds to go here. Colts really running out of time. Throws to Edner and James. That was well behind the line. And of course, as soon as I compliment the passing game and point out the flaws in the running game, we get a solid run and then a terrible pass. Chiefs defense holds it together again. Forces a punt. There's a man right on him, but doesn't get the tackle. Chases him for a brief moment and then tackles him anyway. 1st down and 10 with 9 seconds to go.
It's a run.
One with a handoff right side. This side is a good call for Kansas City. Just one last snap here in the third quarter. Get it to zeros. Flip the field and take your 7-point lead into quarter number 4, where we might see a bit of clock management here. So let's look up more prices on pricecharting.com.
2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
2nd down and 8. The Chiefs' offensive line has been pretty good throughout the day of providing lanes to run through. I'd like to see Kansas City maybe just stick with the ground game. The pitching just doesn't seem to work as consistently as it maybe should, or the game seems to think that it does. Excellent play off the end there for Indianapolis yet again. We saw it earlier in the game in the first half. We see it again here in the second half, providing big losses.
16 for the first. They're really going to spread
Kansas City from the shotgun, milking some clock here, but they're not going to milk quite as much as they probably should. I don't put it in the air here. Actually, I like that call.
Brought down by Fuller.
If you're going to go through the air, try to make sure it's a sure pass, easy completion, keep the clock moving, pick up some yards to give yourself a little bit of breathing room. I think that's pretty well done. Just kind of a play too late, you know.
Here's their 4th punt of the game.
Oh, made a man miss. He made another man miss, but the hitbox kept him in check. Tried to get to midfield, but just couldn't get there. Oh, my goodness.
47-yard line. Quarterback looks to pass.
We saw, I think, the first ever punt return for a touchdown in last week's episode, which was pretty cool. And it looked like that one was maybe going to break through on a camera angle that we could actually see. Just a couple of those little shoulder dips. But that player that he was able to successfully juke just couldn't get out of his way, and the hitboxes are so brutal in this game. They feel big and wonky and just hard to navigate for the computer. So after the procedural penalty, it is 2nd and 15. Matthews throws deep left side. It's intercepted. He had the right length, but it was for the wrong team, right into the hands of the defense. And that is a killer turnover. They still have a chance, and this Colts defense, as I keep saying, been playing well here. 1st and 10, Henderson off the right side. Picks up 5. 2nd down and 5.
Second and 5 at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs send a man in motion. It's a run.
They're going with a fullback run. Excellent call there. And as I was talking about a little bit earlier, the offensive line for Kansas City has done a great job opening up those gaps. Easy for the runners to see and hit the hole with some speed, pick up a good gain, and wind this one down to a victory.
1st and 10 at the 28.
So we've seen Indianapolis a couple weeks in a row or a couple weeks in a row now. Their issue on offense seems to be that they are so pass happy, and they don't have the quarterback to execute that game plan. We saw so many incompletions last week. We've seen better passing, a lot of it to Edgar and James out of the backfield, which is easy, as it should be.
At the 2-minute warning, the Chiefs 7, Colts nothing. Let's go inside the numbers.
Inside the
Chiefs
numbers.
haven't gotten anything going on offense. Interesting stats so far, Tom.
The offense need to run the ball better.
McNair dropping back, rolling. He's going to stay on his feet, not get rid of the ball. He'll take a big sack for a loss of 6, and that may be Kansas City's Achilles heel, is their untimely large losses of yards. That's a bad play call right there. You have to force Kansas City, or Indianapolis, excuse me, to take a timeout there. You can't give them a free timeout, free clock stoppage. So Indianapolis is going to get one last shot at it here from midfield. They only had to use one timeout, which is awful.
Matthews looks downfield. Knocked down. Incompletion. That's his first pass defended today.
Maybe the quarterback should try looking off the coverage a little more.
Oops. So 2nd down and 10. Matthews throws, finds a man in the flat.
A 4-yard pass.
It's a short pass. I mean, it's not the worst call in the world. It's certainly not helping you here. I guess maybe kind of go back to the mentality of not everything on 2nd down. We're going with a screen play. This game does not run the screen play very well, but it was effective there, as the jerseys get grosser and grosser as this game winds to a close. 1st down and 10 from the 40. Throws and finds a receiver. I like what Kansas City's doing here. They're playing that prevent to win defense, you know. The only thing it prevents you from doing is winning. They're giving you the 6 yards. They're just trying not to let anything go over the top. This is a blitz with some linebackers that might have gotten there. Forced an early throw. Overthrew the receiver. And it is 3rd down and 4. Takes a snap. Finds a... Oh, he found Teddy Bruschi. Teddy Bruschi has been all over the field. We have seen him consistently throughout this game, and he just about ends it with an interception. So 48 seconds to go here in the fourth. Kansas City 7, Indianapolis nothing. They're going to take a knee. They might actually have to punt this ball away. They would need like McNair to kind of stay in the air, keep his knee off the ground.
They have none remaining.
Oh, they won't actually have to punt the ball away. Just kidding, they will. I thought my math was right, and then I was like, oh. Yeah, they would need kind of one of those extended kneel downs where the math doesn't quite work out, so you try to keep the quarterback up as he tries to, like, wiggle his way back.
Here comes the punting unit.
There was a 1 second difference between game clock and play clock. So this is it. Tries to make the first man miss, doesn't, and that will do it. Kansas City wins a slop fest, 7-0. Those teams were both fairly efficient. I thought they would maybe run the ball a little bit more, especially down at the end of the game, which they did. Indianapolis was better on offense, but still just... They seem to lack the ability of the big play down the field, and their running game has just like no bite to it. All right, well, that is game number 1. You can see one result up there at the top that's pretty surprising and could help neither of those teams. Actually, it's not going to help anybody, so it doesn't matter. Well, it could help one of those teams that's on the screen, but that's not who we're watching. We are going to go take a look at the Buccaneers and the Vikings. That's right, the Vikings. They are back on random rosters. Third straight week. They've played interesting division matchups each of the last couple of weeks. And they are on the precipice of trying to get into first place. I don't know that the Packers play this week, so they might end up just kind of like that half game back. But they can take a step up over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a victory today. So let's see what happens as we are here in Tampa Bay for game number 2 of our 4-game.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers enter the game in second place of their division. Defensively, they're currently ranked 14th in the NFL at stopping the run and 26th when it comes to defending the pass. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Vikings find themselves in third place in the NFC Central, having won 2 games in a row.
Thanks, Tom. The Vikings line up for the kickoff.
Tampa Bay will get the ball first here from the 3, and he'll run it up to the 20. We're out of the rainy Kansas City area and here in sunny Florida.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. The D shows a 4-3.
Pitch left side, and we saw a couple of those plays go poorly for the Kansas City Chiefs in the last game, and they go poorly for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. Excellent defensive play. He'll drag them down for a loss of 8, 2nd and 18 on this opening drive.
It's a run.
Going with a run left side. Probably should have bounced it to his left. Might have had a little bit more of a hole, or he may have just actually been in a no-win scenario there. Pick up your 6 and call it good. 3rd and 12.
At the 19-yard line. They'll operate out of the shotgun.
Gerback drops and throws left side. A leaping receiver can't make the catch, and it'll be 4th down just like that.
Here's their first punt of the game. Did you see that, Tom?
Spin move kind of made the first guy miss, but the second guy got him. And it's a pretty good run. And we'll take a look at the offensive players for the Minnesota Vikings. John Ritchie,
First
Tim
and
Brown.
10 at the 45-yard line.
And great starting field position here for the Minnesota Vikings. Third place of the NFC Central, as they said.
Pitch to Garner.
Pitch to Garner. Tries to find some room on the right side, but Coda read it really well. Stopped him for only a 2-yard gain.
The Vikings put a man in the slot. Here's the run.
Going with a run off the right side. Tried to find a little bit of room to work with, but nothing doing there. Or not much doing there, I should say. They'll give him another gain of 2. So yeah, that sets up a 3rd down and 6 right about midfield here. I formation.
The quarterback looks to pass.
From the throws to the left side up to the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
From the 41.
Draw play.
Oh, a draw play, but he just ran it to the right side instead of the left. Looked like there was some room to go on the other side. But blocked up pretty well on that right side, and that is where Ritchie wanted to go. So no gain on 1st and 10.
Quarterback drops back.
Quarterback drops back again, overthrows everybody. Poor positioning and poor jump timing there by the receiver. That'll set up a 3rd down and 10.
Third down and 10.
There are like really annoying, like just little
Pass rushers for the
bugs
Buccaneers.
or floaty fuzzes around here. All the way back to the logo and rips one left side, overthrew everybody. Doesn't help when the receiver runs it short or just puts himself in a bad position. Gus Frerotte not looking too hot out of the gate. That'll lead to a Minnesota Vikings punt. It's a really nice one. It's the punt we wish we saw basically anytime anyone kicked a football in NFL fever. But we have some semblance of a corner kick here. Madden's inconsistent.
First and 10. Far formation for Tampa Bay.
It looks like we'll be using a lot of PlayStation 2 Maddens as the series transitions past 2004 into 05 and such. Because as I was playing 2008, you can do...
You know, Chris, I'd like to see the defense come after them a little more aggressively.
I wonder, maybe there's a way to do it. Thinking about it out loud. Well, if it doesn't let you, because like what you need to do, what you need to be able to do is, oh my goodness, what a spin move, a huge run to set up Tampa Bay near midfield, is you need to be able to like select the games and then not select a team to play as. And Madden 08 didn't have that, but I was realizing that I didn't control that team, so I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
First down and 10 to go.
But I'm guessing as long as it's available on the PlayStation 2, there's going to be a point where they're not going to, it's just going to be a roster update, like primarily a roster update. And it's going to largely just be the same game. And that goes all the way out to Madden 12. So
built a successful career at creating headaches for opposing offenses.
There's at least 9 more seasons. There's another 180 episodes. Doing this for years. Smith with a catch for 4 yards brings up a 3rd down and 5.
For the first. The Buccaneers send a man in motion. Gerback.
Bucks drop. So it's Gerback who makes a really nice completion there with a great one-handed catch, tripped up right at the goal line. It's a Gerbach versus Frerotte. Gerbach and Frerotte. Oh, God. Gus Frerotte, Elvis Gerbach. They don't really rhyme, but they are 2 quarterbacks I don't think you would remember, really, from the early 2000s.
First and goal.
They'll call him down at the 3, so 1st and goal from there.
He's in for
Run
the
right off the
touchdown.
right side. Clean.
A 2-yard run for the
Very, very
touchdown.
clean gap there. Look at that.
You can see the
Kind of just
determination
touched a
on his
Minnesota
face,
Viking
and he
for
was
fun
not going to be stopped.
on his way to the end zone. So, with 59 seconds left, we'll fly into my mouth, whatever you want. 59 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The kick is up, the kick is good, and there is that Bucs ship, which I don't remember seeing in the previous game here in Tampa Bay.
Stop.
Driven
Everton.
down at the 15-yard line. So not a great return there by Minnesota.
1st and 10. I formation.
Much like NFL Fever 2002 and 2003, it just doesn't have a great AI that's like, oh, I should just fair catch it back here. Don't worry about the run back. There's a really nice grab out of the backfield. It's a great throw by Farrat. Allowed his receiver to run under it. The game did a good job to not make the receiver jump and like leap for a catch that they're not going to get. Instead, it's just a nice floated pass right into the hands. And they are off and running. Out to the 30, was that 38-yard line?
The Vikings send a man in motion.
First down and 10.
The quarterback looks to
Farrat
pass.
drops and throws left side. Tries to make a move, but hit before he can get across the first down marker. Collins with a nice effort and a good route there. Alexander on the tackle. Brings up second down and short. About a yard.
Farrat looks downfield.
Farrat, little float pass over to the right side. Finds number 81 with a sleeping, stretching grab. And Tim Brown comes up with his first catch of the day for 9 yards to
Score at
end
the end of the first
quarter number one. Another
Buccaneers
goose egg game.
7,
Oh, excuse me, it's 7-0.
Vikings
I don't know why I thought there was no one had scored yet. Tampa Bay literally just scored.
1st and 10 at the
And now Minnesota
43-yard
is
line.
driving inside of Tampa Bay
Vikings
territory.
Send a man in motion. The quarterback looks to pass.
Drop and tries to find a man over the middle, but
2nd and
just a
10.
bit of a timing issue there. Lucky that the timing issue wasn't too severe and led to an interception.
Farrat drops back.
Farrat drops back, long drop into triple coverage. That one's
That's
tipped
his
and
first
knocked
pass
away.
defended today.
Third down and 10.
Has the speed that defensive coordinators love to have in their corners.
Farrat looks downfield.
Throws left side, tries to find a receiver, but they kind of ran into a defender with his back turned, and it was just a weird spot to have that ball thrown. Just a cluster of players, but I don't know if anybody was there intentionally aside from the receiver. So Minnesota gets a bit of a drive going, and then a bunch of incompletions in a row prevents them from doing a whole lot. Diving attempt at a tackle is whiffed horribly as he runs up the sideline, though he steps out before he can get too far up the field. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Throw to the left side. It's complete right around the first down marker.
It's beautiful when the offense fires on all cylinders.
They'll give it
just
second
like
down and inches. Looks like if you just like snap the ball, it'd be a first down. Gerback throws, and that should have probably been picked. The Minnesota Vikings defender was right in the way, but nothing doing there. You'd love to see Tampa Bay just kind of run it right up the gut and get these inches on third down, but who knows what they'll do. They will actually do that, and they'll get tackled and thrown forward.
Smith gets the first down.
Smith picks up the necessary yardage or inchage, and it's 1st and 10.
Here's the run.
Oh, a fumble! It's a fumble, and the Minnesota Vikings recover. Oh, what a huge swing. A huge turn of events for the Minnesota Vikings.
First down and
1st and 10, deep in the Buccaneers territory. It's a fumble. Pitch left side, tries to find some room, but nothing doing. Great job by the defense to stay home and watch that play develop. 2nd down and 13 after the 3-yard loss. Minnesota, you can't go backwards here. You don't have a whole lot of room before you're out of field goal range.
The quarterback looks to... He takes it
Looks
away
so
from the
okay.
receiver.
Just kidding. Why kick a field goal when you can throw an interception? Farad off of... Oh, they're going to call a
And
pass
there's a penalty on the
interference.
play.
Defensive pass interference.
Wow.
Number 26, defense. Penalty accepted. First down.
Defensive pass interference called on the defense.
Game a fair contest.
First and
So it'll be
10
first
at
and 10 for the
17-yard
Vikings at
line.
the 17-yard line.
Strong side, two
I was going to say,
tight ends
Farad
on the
had a
right.
pretty awful looking play action pass that he threw like almost immediately to a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Brought down
That
by
time
number
he
22.
splits the double coverage, finds a
A
receiver,
15-yard
Tim Brown, I
pass to
believe.
Brown. That's
That'll
his
set up
second
first down
catch
and
of
goal
game.
from the
Tim
2.
Brown is a player that will probably be a Hall of Famer once his career ends.
First and goal, going handoff, right side, but a great job to get off the block into the backfield and lay an absolute smackdown in the backfield. Courtney Brown coming up big, third and goal. Or second and goal, excuse me, from the 4.
4-yard line. Defense stacks the line with 8 in the box.
Farad throws right side, finds, is that Tim Brown in the end zone for the touchdown?
The receiver found a weakness in the coverage. And exploited
Excellent
it for
job
6
to
points.
cash in after the turnover.
And it's good. That's his first extra point today. High and to the left. Tackled by Shea. A first down with under 3 minutes to go in the half. The quarterback looks to pass.
Quarterback's throwing left, and he's going to throw an interception. We're going to see a penalty flag down here? I don't believe so. Wow, what a turn of events here. Tampa Bay turning it over on 2 consecutive possessions. And setting up Minnesota with another opportunity for points before the end of the first half. Throw out to the left side. Those flat plays, I feel like they're kind of feast or famine. They like either go for -8
Yesterday,
or
the
10
defensive
yards.
Coordinator and I talked about how they were going to defend that very play.
Draw play on first and 10. Not doing anything there. Rob Fredrickson coming up with the tackle, second and 11. Throws left side. That one actually was right in the middle there. It was an 18-yard spread there, and they got positive yards. Minnesota in good position here to kick a field goal to take the lead, but we'll see what they can do on 3rd down and 8. Farad drops, looking for Tim Brown. He finds an interception. Oh no, Minnesota. They're not going to get bailed out by the officials this time. Instead, their quarterback's just going to have to stand on the sideline and take a beating in the form of verbal beating on the sidelines. 1st and 10. Takes the snap, goes for the handoff to the fullback. Tackled by the ref.
Gets the first down.
Chris, this running back uses his blockers well.
First
Reading
down
your
and
blockers
10.
is something that comes with playing together.
Green 19. Green 19.
First and 10, going for the screen out to the left side, it looked like. Pressure got through pretty easily, and the linemen were looking like they were setting up to block, but there you see the pretty consistent problem with the screen in this game. The receiver or running back way too far in front of the blockers. That's a really nice catch there. Goes to the play action fake. Throws deep right side. And a completion into Minnesota territory. So Tampa Bay looking to return the favor and cash in on a turnover. 1:15 to go here in the second quarter. Pass left side into double coverage. He had it in his hands, but he got hit and coughed it up. Incomplete pass. 1:09 to go here.
Draw play.
Go the draw play. Wow, able to wiggle through all those hit boxes. A couple of guys got knocked on their keisters. Smith up to 37 yards on 5 carries so far. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Under a minute to go here. Pitch left side, and surprisingly, even though the defense was in the backfield there to make an excellent tackle there, just missed.
Second down and
big slab of NFL concrete over there on that building. Drops, throws over the middle, finds an interception. Oh, returning the returned favor of the returned favor. Wow. So 1st and 10. I wouldn't expect Minnesota to be too aggressive, though you never really know with this game. Throws to the right side, finds a short gain.
Inside the numbers.
The offense had been simply getting the ball off underneath and letting their athletes make the plays with the ball.
2nd down and 5. If I were Minnesota, I would just take a knee. Your quarterback's proven to throw a couple interceptions. Like, I don't know that you're not going to be able to dink and dunk your way down the field. Maybe take one shot and see if you can get something going, and then just knee it out. Farad throws over the middle, splits a couple of defenders, and take a timeout as they march it up past the 40 to the 42. Drops and throws. He finds an interception. Another interception thrown. Oh my goodness. It's turnover city. We're not in Tampa Bay. We're in turnover town. Turnover town, USA. I don't know why I turned my camera off so early. Whoops.
Timeout, Buccaneers. They have 1 remaining.
12 seconds to go. 6-yard gain. They'll take a timeout.
The
pitch and throw. Finds a receiver, but he's absolutely leveled. His friend comes in to help and slips.
Which has solidified him among the league's best cornerbacks.
The Buccaneers send a man in motion.
Well, they're going with the Hail Mary play. It's always nice to see that. But he caught it. He caught it in the end zone. Oh my goodness! I thought it got tipped by the defender, but no. It's nice to see the quarterback get the throw off. It's kind of embarrassing when they get sacked. No, it's just a clean reception by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So at the buzzer, Tampa Bay takes a 7-point lead against Minnesota here in game number 2 of 4 that we'll be looking at today. Here are your stats. 3 takeaways for the Vikings, 2 takeaways for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. -3 rushing yards for the Minnesota Vikings. The stats got padded just a little bit with the big bomb throw from the Buccaneers right before half. The kick is away.
Chris, the outcome of this game will depend on how the teams will respond.
5 yards deep, and that is the difference between good, or I guess regulation field position, and pretty bad.
1st and 10.
Pretty bad. Took that 5 yards deep. Throws left side, tackled immediately. Good read by the defense there. Just let the ball come to him. Made the sure-handed tackle in open space. And they'll give him a loss of what? Oh, it's a short loss, but a loss nonetheless. 2nd and 11. Throws left side, tries to find a receiver, but he is hit immediately.
And is a real force inside against the run.
Pop that ball free. So 3rd down and 11.
Send a man in motion. The quarterback looks to pass.
Throws and fires over the middle. Finds a receiver, and all those red. All those, that's reds.
You know, Chris, that was a
For
fantastic
a first down
throw.
out
Splitting
near the 30 at
defenders.
the 28-yard line.
Quarterback drops back.
Quarterback
It's
drops and throws, finds a receiver to the right side.
caught. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line. Barat looks downfield.
2nd and 6, deep throw down the left side into double coverage, batted away.
That's his first pass defended today.
If he throws too many more
Lucky
of
that
those
it didn't
passes,
go
he's gonna get
into
pulled.
the defender's hands. I was into double coverage, and they were in the better position there than the receiver was. 3rd and 6, going with a handoff.
Brought down
Tried to find
at
John
the
Ritchie a little bit of
34-yard
room
line.
up the middle, but nothing doing there. The offense cheers the defense as they force a 4th and 4. About a minute and a half gone in the third quarter. And their offense, who scored right before the break, will come onto the field, looking to extend the lead.
A 23-yard return by Kennison.
They really set up that return well by creating several lanes for the returner to take it up into.
So 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay. Throws over the middle and finds a one-handed grabbing reception there.
And give more help to his side of the field.
1st down and 10 to go. The D shows a 4-3.
Brown, 90. Brown, 90. Set. Cut.
Gerback looks downfield.
Gerback throws, and that's well placed. Well played by the defense there. Sam Madison,
Sam
I
Madison
believe he was
possesses the
who we
ability
heard a
to
lot
shut down
from
his
last
man.
week.
He's one guy
2nd down and
receivers
10.
don't like to face.
The pitch to the back.
Pitch left side.
Nowhere to run.
Tackled
They lost a few yards on that play.
The big defender just crushes him before
for a
he
loss
ever
of
gained
2,
any momentum.
and that'll set up a 2nd down and 12. That was a startling little cramp or pain or whatever it is.
Quarterback drops back.
It's like talking totally normally, and then my body said, "Here's some pain," and I
Wow.
actually
Man,
startled
he
me.
was crushed.
Halfway through the third quarter, nothing really doing for either team here.
Stop by Valerio.
Stop just past the 20-yard line. That is where
First and
Minnesota will
10
start
at the 22-yard
their next
line.
drive. From the 23, down by 7. 2:18 to go here in the third. From Tampa Bay, we are coming to you live 20 years ago.
He gives the ball to Garner. A 1-yard run.
Garner
by
can't find any room. Tampa Bay is reading what the Minnesota Vikings want to do offensively very well and taking away what they want to do
The D shows
just
a
as soon as they
4-3.
see it. Saw the play out to the either sideline, the run right there. Just there's a defender right in the way. There it is yet again. Now that's a bad throw from the quarterback. It's way too high. So the receiver in the flat there doesn't have an opportunity to just catch and run. Instead, it's a leaping grab. The defense does a great job to fire on it and prevent a gain. A deep throw down the left side, and this Minnesota Vikings offense is just out of sync. I hoped that they would come up with some halftime adjustments that would help, but nothing really seems to be going their way. The punt is away.
Tackled by Shaw. First down and 10
First
to go.
down and 10.
The
Pitch
out by
right
Gerback.
side.
Nowhere
Met
to
at the
run.
50 and thrown forward for a yard, maybe 2. They'll give him a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
48-yard line. Pass play.
Throwing right side into double coverage. He's sandwiched there, kind of almost
7-yard
cut in half.
reception by Prentice.
It looked like,
On a play into coverage,
but he does
receiver
keep the
has to
focus
want
and
more
pick up a
than
gain
the
of
defense, and he has to
8.
prove it.
3rd down and 2.
Pass play.
Throws left side, finds a receiver even though there's a defender right in his face. I believe he had the last reception as well. So a couple nice catches there by those Tampa Bay receivers, or maybe just receiver. And they set up shop inside the Minnesota Vikings territory. Pitch to the back, left side. Makes the man miss and gets thrown forward for a little bit of extra yardage.
10-yard run by Prentice.
This guy looks like
And that will help pick up the first down. Now in field goal range.
NFL running back.
The 26-yard line. Pitch left side. Excellent read by the defense there.
I'm impressed with his
Drops them
ability
for
to
a
get in
big
there
loss. The
and
toss
disrupt
plays
the
like
play
that aren't
before it
super
gets
friendly to the offense. The defensive end, for whatever reason, seems to get a really good jump on the snap and gets around that offensive lineman pretty easily and into the backfield seemingly immediately.
Second down
So 2nd down and 16 here. Pitch left side.
Takes it outside.
Tries to find some room. Gets a little bit back on what he lost on the previous play, or what his teammate lost on the previous play. Sets up 3rd and 11. Minnesota can't really afford to go down by much more than 10 at this point. 2 touchdowns the way this offense has been playing feels like a little bit of a stretch. A touchdown and a field goal feels more feasible, but they're going to need to start getting into a rhythm here very soon. It's a nice job by the defense. And give them a couple yards, no big deal. Just make this sure-handed tackle and force the field goal attempt.
Field goal unit comes on the field.
Kick is up, and the kick is good.
That's his first field goal today. Morton set to receive the kickoff. The kickoff by Akers.
From the 3, up to the 15, past the 20. And we'll get a couple yards past that, 20 to the 23-yard line. Minnesota's offense, you got to get going now or never. Down 10 with 3:45 to go. Farad throws right side, finds a nice completion, tackle as he's drug out of bounds. And that is half of what they need. 2nd and 5. Farad drops a, you can't do that. And that just cannot be a play. The defense was there. He didn't even look over into that area. That was his read, and that was who it was going to go to regardless. Farad, big bomb down the right side, overthrows everybody. Poor timing jump there. Stopped his route short, and they're going to have to go for it on 4th and 8. That 2nd and 5 play was awful. If you know it's 4 down territory, as we see an errant throw yet again, and they're going to turn the ball over on downs. Goodness gracious. Are you kidding me?
Gerback with the play fake.
Gerback throws toward the sideline, finds a receiver, turns upfield. That 2nd down and 5 play completely ruined that drive. The 1st and 10 play was good. You got half of it. Then you immediately threw it for a 3-yard loss, and your offense just is not good enough to pick up 8 yards, apparently. So we'll see Tampa Bay take this clock way down before this 3rd and 4 is snapped.
Third down with under 3 minutes to go.
Third down and 4. Looking for some running room. He's going to get stopped by number 24 right at the line to gain. I think they're, because they showed the defense. Yes, indeed, they were short. Typically, they highlight whatever player kind of won the battle.
32-yard field goal attempt.
And in that case, it was the defense. David Akers coming out to end his point total. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:04 to go here in this one. 20-7, your score.
Morton set to receive the kickoff.
Minnesota and Indianapolis feel like teams that just do not have the correct quarterbacks. And I'm not even arguing like good or bad quarterbacks. I just mean quarterbacks that do not thrive in the system to which they have been drafted.
First down.
Kicker looked like he ran over and just threw up. Farrat throws right side, finds a man. Where was that play throughout most of this
Who was taking it? He was
most of this second half? Ever since they threw that interception at the end of the first half, it feels like the Minnesota Vikings offense has just been a mess. Farrat throws left side, finds the defender's palm there.
That's his second pass defended of the game.
Sam Coward came into the NFL from Florida State and had an immediate impact at inside linebacker, finishing second on his team.
Second down and 10. Takes the snap. Farrat drops, throws to the right side. He didn't really drop, he just caught it and threw. Nice play down the right side. Big gain. We'll take a look at the replay here.
Receiver for the Raiders and can be counted on to make plays.
Tim Brown all the way down to the 36-yard line. Farrat dropping back, throwing deep into the end zone, looking for a receiver. It's incomplete. Tampa Bay really did a good job using their score right before half to propel them to a likely victory today. They only tacked on a couple of field goals in the second half.
Pass play.
Farrat to the left side. Elijah Alexander that time around. Defended that pass, batting it away. Setting up third down and 10.
And aim somewhere else in the secondary next series.
Pass play.
Oh my God.
4th and 10 at the
36-yard line. He's a terrible quarterback.
Drops back.
Yep, all of that checks out. All of it checks out.
First down and 10 to go. Handoff to Brett. Tackled by Rainier.
No timeouts from the Vikings here, though you might see this kind of weird clock management situation where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who need a first down to seal the victory, just go to the victory formation, and then that's when Minnesota takes their timeouts. It's very weird. It looks like they are in the I formation, so they might be trying to pick up a few yards.
Keep it on the ground.
Here we go, right side. Oh, what a terrific move there. He's going to fall out of bounds or near the boundary. They'll take a first down, and here's where it's going to get a little bit weird. It's going to bounce the Bucs way just because of the way that they were able to get that first down. But that's actually what you needed to do in that scenario. Pick up one first down, then you go to the victory formation. We don't see that a lot out of the computer here. So good for them.
They have none remaining.
All right, that'll do it. 4th and 17 doesn't matter because they don't have to snap the ball. 20-7 is going to be your final. Minnesota tied the game up, but just a few too many turnovers, and the last one before the half really seemed to break apart whatever offensive rhythm they had. And I don't think they had a ton going into that. But that's why I think you take one deep shot and then you just kneel it out, take it to the half tide. Instead, they went into the break down 7.
That's the game. The Buccaneers
Tampa Bay
win
tacked
by
on 2 field
13
goals
and
in the
go
second
5-2.
half, and they walk away with a
I'm
20-7
Chris
victory,
Tom Jackson, the
putting a
entire
stop
crew.
to the Vikings'
Next game right here.
ascension through the NFC Central. They instead will match the Packers' win total with 5, though I believe Green Bay is off this week. And that'll do it. I did not mean to smack the table. Whoopsie daisy. That was my bad. All right, coming up next here after a short break, I'm going to pop a spicy save here on this franchise. We're going to be heading down to, or over, I should say, west to Dallas for the NFC East rivalry game between the Cardinals and the Cowboys. And then we will head out further west to the Pacific Northwest. We will check out the Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying the video so far. We're about halfway done with this week of NFL action. So thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. And we will be back in just a moment with a couple more games of ESPN NFL Primetime 2002. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, welcome on back to ESPN NFL 2002. It's been a mere 10 seconds for you, but for me it's been hours. About 4 of them. So we're going to wrap this up. We're halfway through week 8 of the regular season here today, and we are off to watch an NFC East rivalry. That's right, the Cardinals and the Cowboys are NFC East rivalries because the 2001 NFL season is very weird. So we're going to jump into that. Now, the NFC East, like I showed at the beginning of the video, is a cluster bleep. Everybody's got 3 wins except for the Eagles and the Cardinals. The Cardinals can pick up win number 3 while bringing the Cowboys back down to their level. Depending on what happens with the Eagles, Washington, New York, we could see a very crunched up NFC East. The NFC East typically run by the Dallas Cowboys, so it's not like we see a lot of the other teams. In fact, we have only ever seen Washington, and this is season number 5. So it's been Dallas or Washington, and that's been it. The Eagles competed, thinking about it, they competed last year, but absolutely fell apart down the stretch of the final 2 games. And I don't know that we've ever really seen New York all that competitive. And then obviously Arizona gets moved to the NFC West next season, so it's kind of a weird. There's really only there's only 4 teams that are going to compete in the East after this season. Part of it is just so fascinating, so weird. Because I watched a bunch of football when I was a young kid or whatever, but I didn't realize these divisions, especially the East and the West and the NFC, were so indescribably weird.
Thanks, Tom.
So here we are in Dallas, which you might be thinking, boy, it's weird that it's raining, even though it looks like it's in a dome. Yeah, the Texas Stadium, for whatever reason, had a big old stupid opening at the top, in the top of it. That's why they have that really weird play against Miami that's in the snow, but it's in Dallas. It's like a Thanksgiving game that they lost on a missed field goal that they recover in the end zone or something like that. It's a very odd play. Apparently, while I was out and about doing stuff, I lost my voice, so that's exciting. 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys, absolutely obliterated right at the line of scrimmage. Ike Reese, 2 tackles already. There have been exactly 2 plays, and that man has 2 tackles. Good for him.
Quarterback looks to pass.
Throw into triple coverage, and that'll be a 1st down for the Dallas Cowboys. So not a successful play on the 1st down, but on the 2nd down, much better. Coming out in the I formation. I forget who is the quarterback here. Turn up the old volume to find out.
Keep it on the ground.
Try to keep it on the ground. They go right up the middle again, and again, the Arizona Cardinals are right in the way. Arizona Cardinals used to be the St. Louis Cardinals, so it makes a little more sense.
At the 37-yard line, the Cowboys put a man in the slot.
Down, 90.
Here's the run.
Run off the left side. Finally finds a gap.
43-yard line.
Even though it looked like he more kind of ran into some traffic in the way. Bounced off a couple hitboxes. Picks up 5 and sets up a third down and medium. Don't worry, there is a defender on that receiver. He's just behind the score bug. Throw right side. Caught at the midfield stripe. That'll be a first down for Dallas. Sylvester Morris. 1 catch. 7 yards.
First and 10. Johnson.
Oh, it's Johnson. That's right. It's Brad Johnson. I think last time we had Dallas on, I thought it was Drew Bledsoe because it was number 11.
Second and 14.
Which would have been weirdly predictive because Drew Bledsoe would end up playing for the Dallas Cowboys. I think Drew Bledsoe plays for maybe the Bills.
Ball hit.
Third time they have tried to run up the middle, and the third time, I guess it's the fourth time they've tried to run up the middle, but the third time they've tried to run up the middle with just
Third down and 16 for the first.
just a man there. Just an absolute man right in the way. Third down and 16. Johnson steps back and fires. A nice defensive play by number 50 of the Arizona Cardinals. Step in front of it and bat it away. So it'll set up fourth down and 16. And even though the drive took nearly 3 minutes off the clock, they will come away empty-handed and have to punt the ball away. Kick is away. He'll field it from about the 7-yard line and get up to the 25 or so. One of the better returns that we've seen in this game, unless my math was just totally wrong. LaDainian Tomlinson in the backfield, Troy Brown out wide for the Arizona Cardinals.
25-yard line. The Cardinals put a man in the slot. O'Donnell. Quick drop.
O'Donnell throws it right to a receiver, and they just dropped it. Javon Curse. Nate Wayne, Green Bay Packer. Antoine Edwards, Green Bay Packer. John Lynch in the back.
Second and 10
On the back end
at
of that
the
defense
25-yard
as well.
line.
Second down and 10 following the drop. Got to catch that ball. Got to take a chance
The pitch
that you can make something happen. Pitch to the right. Nice job getting off the block from the wide receiver to beat him.
A 1-yard run.
Right around the line of scrimmage. Chris Berman sounds like he's going to get a gain of 1. Just kidding. It's a gain of none. Third down and 10.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Takes a snap and fires over everybody's head. That'll be a very quick 3 and out for the Arizona Cardinals. No first downs. And with 2 incomplete passes, not a lot of time coming off the clock. So Dallas will get this back with 140, 138. Okay, 137. Fine. Spin move to try and get outside. Made a man miss that didn't look like he was in the frame, or he just found an ice patch.
First and 10. Defense stacks the line with 8 in the box.
Johnson drops back, throws left side, and hit as the reception, or as the ball was getting there.
Second down and
Incomplete.
10 to go.
Second down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Deep drop for Johnson, who lobs it over to the right-hand side. He's going to throw an interception, and he'll return it up to the 46-yard line.
Arizona ball.
Arizona gets the ball back almost immediately. Not quite immediately because there was a play in there, but Arizona does get the ball back. Short drop for O'Donnell, who throws it to the left side, right to a Dallas Cowboy. Dallas Cowboy apparently forgot what a football was and didn't realize that he needed to catch that. Second down and 10, pitch to the right side. Number 34 tries to find some room, but it's well read by Javon Curse of this Cowboys defense. Drugged down for a loss at 2 in the backfield.
Good awareness and makes a number of plays.
O'Donnell.
Snap from the shotgun, looks and finds a receiver, but they're going to be 2 yards short.
A 9-yard pass to number 22.
Actually, they're going to say 3 yards. Okay, 2 yards short. Hey, guess what happened on the last play? They lost 2 yards. Or the previous play, the play before. The last play, they got 10 yards. Okay, I get it. I got it. Okay. You sillies. Punt along the sideline. Just didn't really have much of much interest in catching that ball. Sean Springs, defensive back. I believe he was the one. He was the player who had the interception on the last drive.
Johnson dropped back.
Johnson fires into traffic again, and he's picked off.
His first interception
Second time. Arizona got the ball back on 2 consecutive passes. Wild.
O'Donnell dropped back.
O'Donnell throws into Dallas to repay the favor.
Ahmed Plummer can lock up any receiver in the league.
The pitch to the back. Around the right corner.
Oh, finally finding some room on the ground. That's the best run of the day. Turns out if I look something up on Bing, that's what we're looking for instead of, when I'm watching the dang thing.
Line was just out-muscled on that play.
If they don't find a way to stop this guy, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Quarterback drops back. It's caught.
Caught over the middle, and that'll end quarter number 1. A bit of a turnover fest is what it's turned into. Tomlinson picking up a catch there. And we are scoreless. Goose egg game through 1.
Second and 4 at the 10-yard line. The quarterback looks to...
Oh, he threw an interception. He overthrew the receiver. Oh, the defender was right there to take advantage of the mistake. O'Donnell had thrown a couple of balls right to the Dallas Cowboys, and that time he threw one past his own receiver to the waiting arms of a Dallas Cowboy.
Good job of stuffing the run. The runner had nowhere to go.
Kind of hope that maybe a different team from the NFC East can make it into the playoffs and not waste our time with either of these turnover-prone machines. Johnson throws left side into double coverage. Somehow comes away with a catch. A little surprised at that. Richie Anderson's second grab of the day. So he has 2 receptions for 8 yards and a long of 12. Those are my favorite stat lines, as he clearly lost 4 yards on a reception.
Johnson dropped back.
Nice job by Marvin Jones there of the Arizona Cardinals defense to jump in the middle of that and just knock it away. Second down and 10. You'd love to see Dallas or Arizona maybe take the ball out of the quarterback's hands. There you go. Pitch left side, driven back. Number 51 coming in with a really nice tackle there. Dan Morgan's second tackle of the game. Loss of 3, 3rd and 13. Johnson throws left side, finds a defender's hand.
That's his third pass.
And that'll be
quarterback is lucky to get that one back.
Punting situation for the Dallas Cowboys. Here's a kick, the end over end kick to the 40. Or 30, excuse me, and get up to the 40-yard line, a little bit past.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The D shows a 4-3. O'Donnell.
Snap taken by O'Donnell, throws left side, finds a receiver, tries to thread the needle for a receiver in between 2 defenders. Looked like he was going to have a good shot at coming up with that ball, but hit as the ball got there. Jarred it loose. 2nd down and 10. O'Donnell throws right side, overthrows everybody. Dallas and Arizona. I need you to get your garbage together. What are we doing here? Deep drop for O'Donnell, who fires and finds an incomplete pass. Hey, stop me if you've heard that before.
That's his first pass defended today.
Quarterback has to be careful and not throw into double coverage.
That's all he knows, Tom Jackson. All he knows is double coverage. So 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line.
81.
Johnson throws left side, deflected.
Pass defended of the game.
The defender thought he had the interception, but the ball was just out of reach.
There's a little bit of a pitch to the right. Pretty good blocking on the outside. A very impatient back there. Didn't really, or indecisive, not impatient, indecisive. Back there. Didn't know exactly where he wanted to go, and by the time he kind of made up his mind, the protection broke down and only a gain of 3 yards. Puts him into a rather obvious passing situation. At least this one is caught, which feels like that's the first time we've seen that in about an hour. It's a gain of 2, but mercifully for us, the clock does churn towards the 2-minute warning. Gets past the 42, about the 42, maybe the 43, and I'll mark him at the 42, where he will be tackled. 1st and 10 for Arizona. O'Donnell throws, and second time that O'Donnell's had a...
The Cardinals must get going in the
oh my
passing
gosh.
game.
Those are awful, awful stats.
Offense have yet to really air out the ball today.
Draw play.
Boom.
Going for the draw play, but dropped well behind the line of scrimmage.
Can't give you any time.
3rd down and 13 coming up here. Arizona in a rather obvious passing situation. We'll see if they get this play off before the 2-minute warning. They won't. If they didn't choose to do the motion from left to right, they likely would have gotten it snapped before the 2-minute warning. Might benefit us as viewers. Kinda ish. I believe it was called Texas Stadium, but it's a really stupid design.
Tackled at the 31-yard line. A 1st down with under 2 minutes to go in the half.
Down 18. Down 18.
The Cowboys send a man in motion. Johnson looks downfield.
So it's either incomplete passes far down the field or completions behind the backfield or behind the line of scrimmage for 5-yard losses. That's what we're working with here. 2nd down and 15 following the completion. 2 completions in a row. Who'd ever thunk it? He has 1 fewer yards catching than he did when he had his 2nd reception.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Tipped and incomplete. Into some double coverage there. Not the worst throw in the world, but kind of an obvious passing situation. Return from the 20 to about the 26-yard line. 27 is what they'll give him. 1:01 to go here. First down and 10. Now, if both of these offenses decide to try and turn up the pace of, like, throwing it all over the field, we could have, like, 9 possessions by the time this ends. 58 seconds to go. Count the number of plays between this and the end of the first half. O'Donnell throws left side. Oh, finds a completion and gets out of bounds. It's going to make it a third and very manageable at 3rd down and 3. O'Donnell float pass left side, incomplete and almost intercepted on the back end. So that drive took all of about 10 seconds off the clock. This is play number 4, by the way, for those of you playing at home.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line. 4 down linemen on D. Wrong play.
Oh my goodness, up over the shoulder and thrown down after a gain of 1. Dallas looks content to maybe just kind of take this goose egg game to the half. Johnson's going to throw a pass well behind the line of scrimmage. Technically, I believe was a lateral. 5-yard loss. Johnson drops back, throws outside, finds a nice completion, and runs just right out of bounds. So this is play number 8. It's been 36 seconds or something like that.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line. O'Donnell looking to throw.
O'Donnell drops and fires left side off the hands and incomplete. Second down and 10. Wild. So the baseball videos that go up, typically the records are I don't know that they have ever actually been the same that I've noticed in digital form versus regular form. Today that actually changes. Going into today's game, the Oakland Athletics are 38 and 93, both in real life and in the video game, which is wild. 38 and 93, identical records for a digital and regulation actual real life team. 5 seconds to go here. O'Donnell, that
Timeout, Cowboys. They have 2 remaining.
The Cardinals send a man in motion. The quarterback looks to pass. Incomplete.
You called a timeout for that? Oh my goodness. Abysmal statistics. 1 for 6 and 0 for 6 on 3rd down.
Number 81.
This game is a lot like the Indianapolis New England game that we saw last week, where I just want to beg the coaches, like, just run the ball. It's raining. Your quarterbacks couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Turn around and hand the ball off. I don't care if you lose 8 yards every single time. As long as you're running 40 seconds off the clock every single time, it's a win for us viewers who have to watch this absolute garbage.
O'Donnell looking to throw. He takes the ball away.
All right, and all of that checks out. All of that makes sense. There's a stupid logo on that jacket.
Round 64. Round 64. Set.
Here's the run.
First down and 10.
Stop at the 46-yard line. Second and 6 at the 46-yard line. Here's the handoff.
Going with a run. Nice run off the right side. Finds about 7, and that's what you're looking for because you needed 6. 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys following the interception. And, believe it or not, a first down. There's a nice throw. Grab down before he can get too far up the field. I like that's a great play on both sides of the ball. I like the call. I like the decision to try and get it out into the flat. It's just kind of a better defensive execution. The defender read it really well and made a great open field tackle to force the 5-yard loss. 2nd down and 15 from the 45 of the Arizona Cardinals. Johnson drops back, and Charles Woodson has a little something to say about it. Oh, that's right. The Arizona defensive back unit is just, like, it's absurd. Compared to, like, the Lions quarterback room from one of the recent Maddens, I think it was Madden 04, those might be the 2 best units that we have ever seen. And you only need 1 quarterback. They had 3 starting quarterbacks in their quarterback room, Detroit did. Now, the back end of this Arizona defense is going to waste because it is really good. Really, really good. Right on the sideline. I don't know if he stepped out or got clobbered, but he got clobbered either way. I should say I don't know what ended the play. Him getting clobbered or stepping out of bounds. Either way, 1st and 10 for the Arizona Cardinals down to the 10-yard line. Throwing left side. That's an incomplete pass.
Hold on to a ball after being hit like that.
I'm gonna take a quick little power nap here. Somebody wake me up when this garbage is over.
Handoff to number 22. Held up at the line of scrimmage.
Ooh, didn't get anything, huh?
Run by number 22.
Thanks, Chris Berman. Appreciate it. You take over the duties, buddy. Duties. You take them over. 3rd down and 9. Dropping a hit right there. Caught and immediately dropped. 4th down and 6. So they got 4 yards and now they're punting it. I mean, again, thank God they're at least catching the ball.
Brought down by Camella. 1st down and 10 to go. 4 down linemen on D. The
1st and 10 on the Arizona side of the field. Pitch left side. Pittman finds a good chunk of yards out there. Actually, he'll find half of what he needs. 2nd down and 5.
Defense lines up looking to put some serious heat on the QB.
18.
Quarterback drops back.
Got rid of it before he got leveled, and Rob Johnson is injured.
Appears to be hurt.
Who did I say it was?
Hip on that last play.
So now who is the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys? 3rd down and 5. Quarterback looks and finds a receiver. Why was Rob Johnson even playing? Oh, I said it was Brad Johnson.
Nice job of
it wasn't. It was Rob Johnson.
Play nicely and have the defense off balance now.
Goes with a handoff right up the middle. Arizona probably sensing you would see a bunch of runs with a backup quarterback in. Ooh, a hip contusion.
Johnson out 1 to 2 weeks with a hip
1 to 2 weeks. Oh no, whatever will the Dallas Cowboys offense do without Rob Johnson? Second down and 10. Throws right side. Finds a receiver who makes a nice move to get towards the first down marker. Sylvester Moss, second-year pro out of Jackson State. Sets up a 3rd down and inches. Oh, Pittman, they were trying to get the run there, but it looked like the play just got kind of goofed up from the beginning. Dan Morgan coming in with his 4th tackle. Like the fullback missed a block, and it kind of just caused a bunch of garbage in the backfield. Couldn't get around it, but It's a great stop by Arizona. Again, just kind of doubling down. Hey, let them run. Like, we're going to commit to the run. We'll let him beat us with an arm if he can. He's a backup quarterback. Pretty sound strategy.
The kickoff by Vanderjagt.
Vanderjagt kicks it. Returned from the 5 right to the 20-yard line.
1st and 10. 4-3 defense for the Cowboys.
Blue 81. Blue 81.
So a 3-0 game here as we are getting closer to the 4th quarter of action.
O'Donnell dropped back. He corrals him at the 29-yard line.
Going to be just short of the line to gain.
That was a well-executed play by the offense.
Is that going to help this old voice hold up for another 45 minutes or so? 2nd down and short. O'Donnell throws short, and depending on the spot, I think they're going to give him the 1st down, 6th catch of the day for LaDainian Tomlinson. It's a little tricky. I mean, he had the ball in his left hand, but he came down at an angle. What are the forward progress rules? Who could know?
O'Donnell looking to throw. That's his 25th pass attempt today.
If too many passes are
25 pass attempts. What do you? How many passes do you honestly think O'Donnell has completed? 7? That sounds about right. Absolute garbage. Garbage. Inexcusable, unacceptable trash. 5 seconds to go here in the 3rd. O'Donnell, drops back, hands the ball off, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. 7 for 25. And the coach is saying, go ahead and throw it all over the yard, sonny boy. Because he's an idiot who shouldn't be coaching. It's going to be somebody cool that I like. Like, oh man, it's a good coach, you know. Who is, okay, let's find out who the Arizona Cardinals coach was in 2001.
That's his first knockdown pass of the game.
Boom, as a lineman, you take pride in getting up and tipping the ball.
Dave McGinnis. Ooh, they finished. Oh. Wait, is that the... Oh, because you are going to...
Tackled by Swift.
4th in the NFC. Wow, okay. So it's 2001. Owner, head coach, Dave McGinnis. Was that the same coach?
Handoff.
It was, okay. Okay, yeah, the guy looks like an idiot. Chicago Bears controversy. In 1999, while McGinnis was coaching for the Cardinals, he interviewed for the head coach position with the Chicago Bears. On Thursday, January 22nd, Bears team president Mike McCaskey prematurely organized a news conference to announce McGinnis as the 12th head coach of the Bears. The news came as a surprise to McGinnis, who had not reached terms on a contract. The Bears postponed the news conference, and the Bears chairman Ed McCaskey issued an apology to McGinnis. Upon that the news had reached his family, friends, Cardinals team owner Bill Bidwell, and head coach Vince Tobin, McGinnis declined the position and removed his name from consideration. That's not really controversy. But it also, he kind of looks like an old man who's just like, yeah, just throw it. Just keep doing the same thing. You'll get it there, sonny boy.
Great defense.
He's 72 years old.
Perfect defense at the point of attack.
Head coaching record was 17-40 and never finished any higher than last place in the division that they were playing in. 5th in the NFC East, 4th in the NFC West. Oh no, 4th in the NFC East. I'm sorry. 2nd to last place. 2nd to last. Anyway, we have 3:37 left to go in this absolute crap fest of a game right now. So just kind of hang out, I guess. Don't skip forward. I need the watch time. You could feel free to put it on mute, though. Check back in. Don't mute the video. Mute the tab. That way it still counts. Check back in. I don't know. Put a timer on for 10 minutes, maybe. Come back and watch game number 4. We're going to Seattle after this. And it's hard to believe that any game would be worse than whatever we're watching right now. Okay. Yeah, run the Oh no, Javon Curse appears to be injured.
Was injured on the play. He limps to the sidelines, but under his own power. That's a good sign.
They'll have to play differently if this injury proves to be
Third down
serious.
and 14. That could be a big injury for the Cowboys. It's a little easier to make fun of Rob Johnson, who I don't think adds any value to any team ever.
The defender
But
should
Javon
allow
Curse
the
is a
receiver
big
that
deal.
kind of position. When you make a big
I will
play
genuinely
towards
keep
the
an
end
eye
of the
out
ball
and an
game,
ear out
you're going to gain the respect of
for
your quarterback.
injury updates.
First down and 10 to go. Single back, 2 tight ends.
Arizona's only down 3. God forbid if they get a field goal and send this game to overtime.
Defender just cuts him off.
There's an incomplete pass. Oh,
The report from the locker room is a pulled groin by Curse. He should be out 2 to 4 weeks.
2 to 4 weeks. Wait, hold on. A pulled groin, 2 to 4 weeks, and a hip contusion was 1 to 2 weeks.
O'Donnell
Wild.
looking to throw. Knocked down
Oh my
by Plummer.
goodness.
That's his third pass defended this game.
Ahmed Plummer is an intelligent football player who's just going to get better as he learns the receivers in this league.
O'Donnell, interception. Stop
Thank you.
by Emmanuel.
Thank you.
It's
Do
his
not let
first
them tie this
interception of the
game.
game.
Do not
Dallas
let this
ball.
go to overtime. Yeah, I honestly expect with the way that the defense plays so aggressively and like reads that play
Back.
pretty well.
Keep the ball. Brought down at the 35-yard line.
I expect more interceptions on plays like that. We see it a lot in if you ever watch Ray's mascot tournaments in the NCAA football games. We see those float passes that are like that, and they just are so scary. Those plays are similar in this game where you're just like, oh boy. Oof. So we'll go ahead and maybe just take the Arizona Cardinals off the potential watch
Second
list,
and 6 at the 35-yard line.
so we don't have to sit through them anymore. And then we might just take Dallas off as well.
Batch with the play fake. Incomplete pass.
Why are you throwing the ball? Just run it to get to the 2-minute warning. What are you doing?
They'll keep it on the ground.
Right side finds a little bit of room, picks up the first down, and we will hit the 2-minute warning.
6-yard run
Dallas
for
up
the
3
first
to
down.
nothing. Michael Pittman, 36 yards
First and
on.
10
It's
at
at
the
16 carries, a little
28-yard
over 2 yards a carry. From the 29-yard line.
Running
He'll
play.
take the snap, hand the ball off right side, breaks through the line,
Gets the first down.
and finds a big ol' gain
A
up to
13-yard run
the
for the first
15-yard
down.
line.
Michael Pittman has the speed to turn the corner and make the big play on the outside.
Thank you, Dallas. I appreciate what you're doing. It sucks that it took an injury to get you to where you should have been all game, which is handing the damn ball off.
First down and 10 to go. It's a run.
Oh, a nice run off the left side. He should have probably broken it more to the right instead of further out to the left. Missed opportunity there to maybe perhaps rip off a big one. Second down and 6. I mean, I guess it still kind of works. You get that kind of Todd Gurley feel of like, oh, shoot, like you don't want to score a touchdown and give them any time. 4-yard gain is still solid. Arizona might take some timeouts. At least it would be warranted in this scenario because they are only down one
Second
score.
down with less than a
And if their
minute to
defense
go.
can hold to a field goal attempt rather than give up the touchdown, then it'll be double warranted.
Gonna run it.
We just don't want that
An
at all.
amazing
There's a
takedown
timeout.
by the defender.
Third down and 7. 43 ticks to go. They're going to take a
Timeout,
knee.
Cardinals. They have 1 remaining.
Okay. You needed the first down to... All right. Okay.
It's good.
Dallas
That's
tacking
the
on
second
that
field
extra
goal of the
point,
game.
or that extra point. That field goal means
31, set
that
to
Arizona
kick
cannot
off.
tie. God forbid they tie. Oh, if they tie and they miss an extra point, I will lose my mind. They will either lose by 6 or
Ball
win
down
by 1.
Wayne. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. The D shows a 4-3. O'Donnell dropped back.
O'Donnell drops, throws a deep pass over everybody's head. Stop me if you've heard that before.
Inside the number.
Don't show those. Don't show that at all.
The offense has shown they can attack the entire field.
No, they have not. Tom Jackson, I think you're watching a different game. I'm 95% sure you read that in your sleep. You can show them the whole field.
Incomplete. The player of the game award.
Charles
goes
Woodson, your
to
game
Woodson.
MVP on the losing side.
That's something special.
3rd down and 10 here for the Arizona Cardinals.
O'Donnell looking to throw.
Drops.
Caught in traffic by Lockett.
Wood.
Timeout, Cardinals.
Where's that offense been all day?
The Cardinals send a man in motion.
Cardinals send a man in motion from the left side of the screen to the right side. They might actually be just, yep, they're running that play action, or that rollout play.
Looking to throw.
Yeah, that checks out. What? There was no reason for them to run that play in that spot, and they're going to run out of time.
Second down and 20.
It's a 12-yard loss. 3, 2, 1. They ran.
That's the game. The Cowboys win
Pay
by
attention to the
10,
clock.
go to 4
Idiots.
and 3. So, this is
Goodness
Chris Berman for Tom
gracious.
Jackson saying so long. See you next game.
So I'm
right
pretty
here
sure
on
Arizona
ESPN.
ran that one. They run that play at halftime as well, right before the half, and I think they took a sack as well. I don't know why they ran it at that spot. You can still work the middle of the field and get to the line. You might not be able to in this game, because this game's like a little rough around the edges. But you can't possibly take a sack. That is just inexcusably stupid. 6-0 is your score. We're gonna Men in Black. Actually, no, we want to remember that game is there, so we don't watch it again on accident.
Welcome to today's
The Dolphins
game.
are 3-3. The Seahawks are 4-1-1.
Chris
Coming to you
Berman here
live
with
from
Tom
Husky
Jackson.
Stadium
Welcome to
in
today's game
Seattle,
on ESPN.
Washington for our 4th and final
Tom, what do these two teams
game
bring to the
of
table
the
today?
day.
The Seattle Seahawks come into this
Seahawks
game
breaking out
leading
their
the AFC West.
uniform, their
Offensively, they're currently
alt
ranked
uniforms.
17th in the NFL passing
Pretty
football,
exciting,
while their
maybe,
running
kind
game
of.
ranks 14th overall.
I think I talked about it a couple
Meanwhile,
weeks
the
ago, but it
Miami
was weird
Dolphins
reading
find
a
themselves in
ranking of
third place in the AFC East, aiming to pick up their 3rd consecutive win today.
Thanks, Tom.
Early in the week, they were forecasting
They're like,
precipitation
yeah,
for
here's
today.
the best of the best. And you're like,
glad it
well,
held
I
off.
mean, all of these are just things that we've seen before, but okay.
The Seahawks are
Good
set
job.
to kick it off.
All right, Tim Cedar, what? Team Cedar
We're underway.
is going to
This
kick it
could end
off,
up
and
being
game
one of
number
the
4
best games
is
we've
underway
seen
from
this
the
year.
goal line up to the 20, past the 20, up for a couple more yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 22.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
That's what I'm looking for. Week number 8.
The pitch to Bettis.
Oh, they're going with a pitch and throw. Sorry, didn't mean to
That's his first pass defended today.
With 47 interceptions
bop the
to his
microphone.
name,
I was trying to get the
Gerald Green continues to
cord
work
off
in
the
secondary
keyboard.
with ambitions.
All right, 2nd down and 10 following the kind of the gadget play, the trick play. Donovan McNabb under center throws an interception to the Seahawks. He's making a spin move to try and make a man miss, but the hitboxes collided. Darryl Green, he has put his name all over the board, but this one's not what you want to see. Injured on the play. He spun too hard, broke his own ankles. It's an unfortunate side effect of being really freaking cool.
Couch, drop back.
Tim Couch throws the ball, and it's deflected by a Miami Dolphins defender.
That's his first
Defender.
pass defended today.
It's still early in the game, but they didn't run that play with the precision that they wanted.
Couch, drop back.
Couch throws and finds a receiver. It's Amon Green out of the
Thrown
backfield.
down by
That'll be a
Spencer.
nice gain for the
The
former
report from
Packer.
the locker room is a strained abdomen by Green. He's doubtful to return.
Ooh, doubtful to return. So sounds like he might just be out for the remainder of the game, which is a big bummer because he is really good on that Seattle Seahawks defense.
Really neutralized that play.
That is going to bring up 4th down and 2. So Seattle gets the interception and not a terrible run back, but not able to do anything with it. Jeff Fiegel's coming out. He actually played for Seattle. Angled kick around the 10-yard line. The ref looked like he was diving for the ball. It's just a weird hitbox relation. Oh my god, that was really funny. That's really funny. Hold on. Can we look at an instant replay? No, there's no replay on it. No. McNabb, they're going to just take the ball out of his hands immediately. Going to try and run it with Jerome Bettis, but nothing there. Jerome Bettis, he's injured as well. So be a backup running back here. A little surprised that Miami did not kind of come out with a play that immediately targeted the replacement of Green on the defensive side for Seattle.
At the 14-yard line.
Damon Parker, first catch of the day, picks up 4.
3rd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Offset I formation.
There's
And a false start is going to set him back all the way to the 5. This is not a good start for the Miami Dolphins at all. The interception, their running back is injured. A procedural penalty on a 3rd and 7 that makes it a 3rd down and 12.
At the 9-yard line.
From the 9, which is clearly what I said the first time, not the 5.
McNabb drops back.
Drops and throws. It's intercepted again. Donovan McNabb has thrown 2 interceptions, and I think that's the only passes he's thrown. McNabb, you're...
Report from the locker room is a broken thumb by Bettis. He's out for 1 to 3 weeks.
1 to 3 weeks with a broken thumb for Bettis. Your players are in white jerseys in the seafoamish pants. Oh! Tim Couch, your players are wearing silver pants with blue jerseys. Another man with the last name Green on the field.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Blue 64. Blue 64. Set.
He gives the ball to Green.
No panic on the defense. They read the formation.
Wait, is that another player? So there's Amon Green. There's Green on the defensive side. There's Green on the defensive side for Miami.
McNabb, quick drop. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And there's Green on the offensive side for... Are there 4 Greens?
At the 10-yard line.
What?
The Dolphins send a man in motion.
I might have to look up the depth chart or something. Stat page, off the hands, incomplete.
Here comes the punting unit.
Okay, hold on. We're taking a look at the player stats. So Jerome Bettis, Mike. So there's Mike Green, Amon Green. Wait, they threw an interception. Who has the interception? Does Mike Green have an interception? But then if you go like... Oh, there we go. You have Amon Green. Darryl Green. There are at least 3... Oh, you gotta switch the player. Hold on. Victor Green. There are 4 Greens. 4 Greens. That is wild. And they've all, like, made solid plays. A couple interceptions. Some tackles. Some rushing. This is wild. We did see a player like kind of out of position one time, and that's why I was curious if the defensive green was the offensive green for Miami. All right, here we go. No more interruptions. No promises.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set.
Count.
1st down and 10. Throws right side, finds Amon Green for a solid gain there, setting up 2nd down and short. 2nd and 2 to be exact.
Quarterback looked good.
Looks like play action.
Oh, that was a really nice defensive play. Jeff Gooch coming through, just getting a hand on it.
Quarterback seemed to be keyed in on only one guy.
An excellent observation there, Tom Jackson. Did look like Tim Couch was just going to throw it to that person, and it did not matter what else was happening on the field. Gooch right back on the screen there for you. Oh my gosh, my throat. Ooh, boy, they are going for a field goal here. This one's going to be a long one. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. Well short. Really died. You got to get that a lot line, more of a line shot rather than ooh. So McNabb and the Dolphins take over from the spot of the miss. The first tackle got missed, speaking of misses. But the second tackle was there, got him by the shoestrings. See if this could maybe jumpstart this Dolphins offense, or at least get some points on the board. It's been some interesting or poor decisions made by the Seahawks and Dolphins quarterbacks, but the defenses have done a really nice job making the play.
Here's the pitch out.
Pitch to the right side. Not well blocked on the outside, though. Parker did get a bit of an extra opportunity to maybe try and turn that into something. Still was a 2-yard gain, which isn't the worst in the world, but you're looking for a little bit more on a pitch like that. You need better blocking on the outside.
That's his first pass defended today.
The ball hits the turf.
So 3rd down and 8. You can see the computer just so confused about like where to go on the fallen player's hitbox. Going with a draw play, tackled immediately. Josh Williams wearing, I believe, the Cortez Kennedy 96 right there.
42-yard field goal attempt by Blanchard.
Harry Blanchard, 9 years pro out of Oklahoma State. He is going to kick a field goal that is up, and it is good. So Miami on top, 3-0, 26 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Not the cleanest game by any means, but some good defensive plays. A good job reading what the offense wants to do, driving to that point of attack and making the sure-handed tackles. Nice job by each of the defenses to make a couple of turnovers or get a couple takeaways.
1st down and 10 to go.
Though the quarterbacks have not been particularly sharp in this one. McNabb finds a way to engineer a drive that at least comes away with 3. Tim Couch starts inside his own 20 at the 18. There's nothing to do for number 32 there. Jeff Gooch. I feel like the last 3 defensive plays we've had for Miami, excluding the punt, which would be 3 of the last 4. Jeff Gooch has been the guy making the play. Deflection, couple of nice tackles. They're going to try and find some room there.
Absolutely nothing on that run.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
No,
I don't have the voice to do Chris Berman. I almost said Chris Hemsworth, which
3rd down and 15 for the
I have even less of the voice for.
Out of the shotgun.
3rd down and 15 from inside the 10. He'll take the snap, rip it to the right side, overthrowing everyone. And that was how the second quarter starts. Incomplete pass from Tim Couch. There's Jeff Gooch. We've seen plenty of his lovely face as he is all over the field doing an excellent job. So here we go. Seattle with its second punt of the game. 4th down and 15. Fiegels only kicked it about 28 yards last time. He only had 2 because it was an angled kick. Should be a deeper, better punt. Though Miami with a very nice return will start in Seahawk territory at the 47-yard line. McNabb with a jumbo set there. Maybe one wide receiver.
Pass play.
Throws, finds a receiver. It looked like he had the man he was looking for. Everything was timed up there except for just couldn't catch the ball.
Here's the handoff.
2nd and 10, tackled in the backfield.
1-yard run.
Damon Parker. They said they gave him a yard, but it is still 3rd and 10. So McNabb will take this snap, from the shotgun.
Pass play.
3rd down and 10. Throws left side off the hands, incomplete, and we have.
Quarterback threw that one into very
I
heavy
leave my
coverage.
PlayStation on too long, and it just forgot how to play a video game. Andrew Bays, 47 yards on his first punt. We'll likely see a significant reduction as he angles it towards the 10-yard line. A nice kick. It was out of bounds at the 14, so sets Seattle up with pretty poor field position. Couch throws and looked like the Dolphins defender was there and looked like he was going to try and make a jump on that ball, but
beat the defender
just
to the pass
couldn't
target.
quite get there. 2nd down and 3.
2nd down and 3 to go. Lone runner in the backfield. He gives the ball to
Couch
Green.
hands the ball off, tries to find some room right
Green.
side, but nothing doing there. Yeah, get a little bit
3rd
closer.
and 2
3rd down
at the
and 2.
22-yard line.
Couch throw. My
Receiver needs
goodness.
to hang on to the ball.
You got to catch that. You were a professional receiver. You stood there, you looked it in, and just decided not to. Average went up by about, 9 yards that time? It's maybe the most interesting thing that's happening in this game. It's a really nice run back. A good tackle on the outside to prevent too much more.
For Miami.
Dolphins back on the field. 3.5 to go in quarter number 2. That's right. These games, I don't know why, are just taking forever. The game's passing is already not great from the computer, and when they don't complete passes early, it feels like it's just a...
2nd and 8.
It is just a train wreck from there. 2nd down and 8. Neither team really committed to getting the run game established to get those longer runs later on.
Ball to Parker.
Parker tries to find some room. I'd be okay if that just happened for 3 more minutes. That's fine. I'd be fine with that.
Third and 9 at the 37-yard line. The defense brings in the dime.
McNabb throws over the middle. That was a just gaggle of Seahawks. What on earth was that throw? That was a poor decision. A great job by the Seattle defense to capitalize on the poor decision. There were like 6 Seahawks players there. I don't know why you were throwing that ball. There's a quick throw to the outside, hit almost as quickly as the throw got there. That'll go down as a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Seattle probably needs maybe 10 yards, 11 yards for a realistic try at a field goal. Looks like maybe a little bit of a wide receiver screen there. Justin McCrearon's. From here, it's a 57-yard attempt, and this was right about where they had an attempt last time, and it was well short. Couch throws left side, finds a receiver inside the 30, down at about the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks. Hunter Goodwin, 6th year out of Texas A&M. I'll give it to him.
First down with under 2 minutes to go in the half.
Oh, my headset's going to die. That's not good.
Ball to
There's a nice little run to the fullback. Kim Herring. Second tackle of the day.
2nd and 7 at the
Thought my headset already
22-yard
died,
line.
but it did not. I'm going to move some cords around, and hopefully we don't lose any signal from the PlayStation 2.
Quick drop.
Throws outside, makes a man
Pile
miss.
driven by Barber. A 2-yard pass by Couch. He's a perfect 4 for 4 passing on this drive. Quarterback drops back. Here comes the field goal unit.
Oh, it looked like Seattle and Tim Couch were getting into a bit of a rhythm, getting into a bit of a flow. Chris Bourbon, even commentators cursed him just for fun.
Dead on.
Kick is up, and the kick is well and good this time. So
That's
with
his
60
first field
seconds
goal
to go,
today. The
it's a
Seahawks
3-3
are set to kick
game.
it off.
Chris Berman had the audacity to point out that he was 4 for 4 on that drive, and then immediately threw an incomplete pass.
Thrown down
From
by
a couple of yards deep in the end zone, he'll get out to the
first down
20 and a
with less than
half yard
minute
line,
before
which is
halftime. High formation
a
from
half
Miami.
yard better than he would have if he had just taken a knee. First down and 10. McNabb drops back. A little bit of a screen to the outside. A lot of confusion, it seemed
As
like,
we
once the
go
ball
inside
kind of
the
just
numbers.
leaves the
Dolphins
hand.
must get
The
going
players
in the
just
passing
kind
game.
of stand there.
Anything
That
stand
looked
out
very
to you
weird in the
stats,
background.
The offense
Caught the
must
ball and
line up
immediately
and
ran
match
out of
the
bounds to
team
conserve
line
time, but
today.
did only gain 1 yard. McNabb drops back, fires right side. Caught, and he was right about at the line to gain, but unsure if...
Third and 1 at the
No, they're going to give him
29-yard
third
line.
and 1 here. Third and short. 37 seconds to go.
Powers
Kind of
on
blocked up right at the line to gain, but
Green gets the
Green
first
doing a
down.
good job falling
Great use of
forward.
blockers on that play.
Miami probably could have taken a timeout there.
Drop back.
Throws right side, finds a receiver. Timeout here. That's a good call. Good call. 21 seconds to go.
They have 2
Probably
remaining.
about 20 yards or so for a field goal. Maybe 25, just to make it a little safer.
Quarterback drops back.
Oh my goodness.
Second down with under 20
All of that
seconds
looked
to
like
go
a
in the
disaster.
half.
It looked like McNabb was about to throw another interception. He missed that, and it looked like maybe the receiver would have an opportunity to break a big one.
Quick drop.
He missed it.
Timeout, Dolphins.
It was
They
just a
have
whole
1
mess.
remaining.
16 seconds here. Third down and 4.
McNabb. Quick
Throws
drop.
outside, caught, and ran out of bounds.
Here's
It's
their
a
third
loss
punt
of
of the
2. They're going to save the Seahawks a timeout, and it'll be 4th down and 6. Going to just throw it out there. None of that made sense. Why are you throwing a ball like that to that part of the field on that down and distance, and then the game just goes, I know, run out of bounds? Couch drops back, finds a receiver. He'll run upfield. Ooh, saves him 1 second on the clock. I kind of like that. At least got a little bit going. We might see one of those rollout heaves toward the end zone. We won't. He'll just throw a normal pass to the left side. 2 completions in a row for Tim Couch, but they come with no time left on the clock for the first half. That'll do it. 3-3 game here. These stats make sense.
At halftime, tie ball game.
1 for 6 and 1 for 7 on third down. Very low rushing yards for each team. I believe a total of 2. And the passing hasn't been terrible, but Seattle kind of padded their stats right there at the end with probably about 40 yards through the air, maybe 30. Nice run back almost all the way up to the 30. They'll probably spot it about the 29-yard line. Neither team really looking like
at the 28-yard line.
it looks like a surprise that Seattle is in first place in the AFC West. Miami feels like a team that really could go either way. I'm surprised that they are 3-3 with Donovan McNabb.
Thrown down by Barber.
Peter Warwick with his 5th catch of the day. He has 9 yards on 1 catch, and then 4 yards for 4 catches for 9 yards.
Looks like play action.
Couch play action out right side, excuse me. Snagged and converted for a first down. First and 10 from the 45-yard line. Couch deep drop, finds a running back in the flat.
By number 52. A 2-yard pass by Couch. He's a perfect 5 for 5 passing on this drive.
Chris Berman just laid down the commentator's curse. Hand the ball off. Oh wow, he actually found the completion there. They're liking this little delayed route out of the backfield for Amon Green. And I guess why not? You know, you pick up 4 yards 3 times. That's a first down.
48-yard line. Couch drops back.
Oh, threw it right off the face mask of a Miami Dolphins defender.
Punt of the game.
What? Feagles, 41.3 net average. Tackled inside the 15-yard line, so not great starting field position for the Miami Dolphins. Maybe try to just let that one go.
Second and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Only the 1-yard gain there. McNabb calling some signals to his team, looking at a second down and 9 deep in his own territory from the 13-yard line.
Here's the run.
Going with a handoff right side. Nicely done by the offensive line to open up a nice gap there. Found a lot of room to work with, and it's 3rd and 1.
1-yard line.
McNabb drops back, deep pass, left side. It's off the hands and incomplete. I do not like that play on 3rd and 1. If that's a 2nd and 1, absolutely. I'm a fan of it. 3rd and 1, I think you just got to try and move the chains. I don't think you need to be taking shots deep. And they will punt it back to Seattle quite promptly. And Seattle's going to have pretty good field position just short of the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Not halfway through quarter number 3 here. All knotted up at 3. 2 receivers split top side of your screen. Couple of backs in the backfield. Couch short drop, fires. The timing just wasn't there. I think the timing was both bad and the defense was in the right position there to take away that route. It's a very poor decision by Tim Couch. Going to get a false start on the offense, so back him up 5 yards. It is going to set up Seattle with a 2nd and 15 from the 36-yard line.
That kind of mistake is not going to win him any points with the coaches.
2nd down and 15 to go.
And by 36, obviously I meant the 39. I thought they were the 41. Whatever. 2nd down and 15, pitch right side. You're going to try and stretch it.
Nowhere to run.
Not a whole lot of blocking happening there on the outside. Miami read that one well.
3rd down and 13 for the 1st.
And they'll stop it to a gain of 2. If Seattle gets another tie. Couch throws right side, well overthrown by to everybody. Leaping effort from the Miami defender did nothing. Jeff Feagles back on for his 5th punt of the day. Inside the 20. Tackled right around the 25-yard line, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Miami Dolphins. Going right up the middle there. Nice little gap there created by the Miami offensive line. It's a good start. Gain of 4.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line. Defense set up to stop the run.
McNabb going with a hand off. He looked like he was going to have the 1st down, but then all of a sudden just turned 180 degrees. And that was very confusing. So third down and short. Last time Miami was in a situation like that, they just kind of bombed it down the field. That time, the much smarter play, just run it off the right side.
A 1-yard run by
Pick up the
Cardinals.
yard you need. First and 10.
First and 10. The D shows a 4-3.
Green 64. Green 64. Set.
First and 10. McNabb throws left side. And again, not great timing on the slant route, but the defense also in a good position to take that route away. A couple of times now we've seen these quarterbacks just honed in on one receiver. This is who I'm going to throw it to, and I will accept no substitutes, no other options.
He makes the most of his talent.
Josh Williams, third tackle of the day. That'll bring up a third down and 10. Clock moves under a minute here, third quarter. McNabb under center, offset eye behind him. Drops back. Throws deep right side, and it's incomplete. Looked like he had a receiver who had broken to the inside of the defender, and they kind of split the defense there, but nothing doing. And it's 4th and 10. Punt is away. To be returned from about the 25-yard line. Maybe we'll call it the 26. Up to the 30, 35, 40. Before he's brought down. Okay, Seattle back on offense. This game has been Punt City. We went to Turnover Town earlier today. We're now in Punt City. The punting pavilion. The punting plateau. What's the alliteration of that?
Second down and 9 to go. The Seahawks send a man in motion.
I think a plateau is more of like a geographical figure, whereas a town would be an established thing by humans. 4 carries, 5 yards for Ahman Green. Bad. All right, a good color combination, but kind of an ugly game. 3-3 through 3.
Third down and 8 for the first. They're really going to spread the field.
Trip receiver set to the top side of your screen. Looks like he's in an empty backfield.
Pass play.
He'll take the snap, throws right side, turns upfield, and just does get the yardage needed. Justin McCrearon's coming up with a catch. First down and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks. Ooh, and we're going to get another false start penalty here.
False start on number 62.
Set up 5 yards further back.
First down.
He was anticipating his block so much that he jumped the count.
First and 15 at the 46-yard line. High formation, 2 tight ends.
Back on their own side of the field. They just got into Miami territory.
The pitch to Green.
Pitch. Oh, made the first man miss. Turned upfield and couldn't get past him. Excellent angle taken by the defense there to make sure that
Second and 14.
he wasn't able to make it past him. You would think that a linebacker wouldn't be quite as fast as a running back, but you take the correct angle, it just doesn't matter.
A 2-yard run by Green.
Ahman Green is able to make up 4 of the 5 lost yards on the procedural penalty. Sets him up on third and 11 back on Miami's side of the field. Only just barely. Couch drops back, throws a short pass over the middle. That is a very bad call on 3rd and 11. So we're going to give him a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down and 7. Another punt forthcoming. I mean, I guess if you're trying to get the clock moving, that's about as good a way to do it as... About as good a way to do it. Oh.
First and 10.
Seattle downed it. That's a very weird situation. First and 10 from the 11-yard line. Pitch left side. Tries to find some room, but well read by the Seattle defense. They're going to drop him for a big loss. Second and very long coming up. 2nd and 15 to be exact.
15 to go. Handoff. No, it's a pass.
Oh, it's a play-action pass, and he threw it from his own end zone and overthrew everybody.
Third down and 15.
It's going to stop the clock at Pie. And a 3rd and 15 coming up from their own 6.
McNabb
McNabb drops back, throws from his own end zone again, and overthrows everybody.
Here's their
Whew.
sixth punt today.
So now they're going to punt from their own end zone, the backest of back portions of the end zone. He gets it away. It looked like he was going to kick that right into his own up man. Not a great return, but terrific coverage. I should have phrased that. Flip the phrase there. That is terrific punt coverage.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It'll be the Seahawks ball with fantastic field position. They only need 15 yards, 20 yards for a field goal attempt here. Take a late lead. Amon Green gets the reception.
A 1-yard pass to Green.
Sometimes you've got to gamble and give your receiver the opportunity.
2nd down and
to make the
9.
play.
Tim Couch trying to find some
I don't care
room
who's
for
in
Green
there
off the
carrying
right
ball.
side.
When the defensive front is beating the
And they are
offensive
just
front,
not
it doesn't matter.
Not
who's
having
running.
any success. 3rd and 11. Couch drops back, throws right side. He's hit.
He hit him so hard, it
Oh,
would've taken
right
a
as he
miracle
had
to
the
hang
ball
on
in
to
his
that ball.
hands, and it looked like maybe the trailing receiver would have a shot at catching it. But this game just does not have the AI that would be able to do that. Fiegel's back on. Punt number 7 coming up. 2:20 to go in the 4th quarter. This is a nice kick. Caught at the 5. He'll get up to the 10. The 15. We'll call it the 17-yard line.
1st down and 10 to go.
Seattle's winning the field position battle, but they're just not doing a good job at calling plays that help them advance. I'm okay with still using the run here with Amon Green because he's a good running back, but it's a poor throw on 1st down. Maybe not a great idea to run on 2nd and long, and then it sets up a
19-yard line.
too easy to predict 3rd down and long. The defense is all over.
Inside the numbers.
It's just not a lot going on here.
The offense
And there hasn't been a lot going on in the last 2 games. We've seen a total of 4 field goals over the last 2 games. And this is not the first time that this has happened. Week 6 was another one. It was a game that or a video that also contained the Seattle Seahawks, oddly enough, and the Miami Dolphins.
3rd down.
But once we got past that first game, Cleveland at Cincinnati, all the other games were real duds. And I don't think we saw a touchdown for a very long time. Little pass play, floats it up to the 35-yard line. Sanders with a nice grab there. He's a long of 30.
1st and 10 at the
I don't remember.
35-yard line.
I should remember that. That should stand out to me. McNabb throws. It's
2nd and 10.
just incomplete. Not really sure what happened there on the back end, but it's 2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Oh, that is a terrific play in the backfield. Dropped him for a big loss and really put a stop to the rhythm that this Miami Dolphins offense was felt like they were starting to get. 3rd down and 16. Deep throw down the right side. Finds a receiver inside the 45. Miami. That's a 3rd and 16. You got to come up with that if you're a defense. You cannot let them have that. They only rushed 3, so Donovan McNabb stood there. They had 4 defenders just hanging out.
1st and 10 at the
Very poor
41-yard line.
defensive effort there, I would say. It's a bad call that got executed about as poorly as it could have. You had 6 guys just hanging out. Very weird. Maybe 7. 2nd down and 12. McNabb drops back to midfield, finds a receiver. He'll spin out of bounds just inside the 40. Game MVP is Al Harris. It's not a Packers uniform, but he would end up playing for Green Bay. Kind of looks like an Eagles green. 3rd down and 7 from the 38-yard line. 40 seconds to go in a beautiful deflection. That is terrific defense right there. I don't know. They're not even going to kick the field goal. They're going to punt the ball? Oh, it's a fake. It's a fake. A fake punt, and it was a worse call than going for the friggin' field goal. Oh, my goodness.
For going for it. They simply needed to execute better.
I think the camera was off like just a little bit. I was like, that camera angle seems weird.
Green with the ball.
Green's going to try and find some room off the right side. Seattle doing that weird thing where they run the ball and then immediately call a timeout. 25 yards is about what Seattle needs.
Quarterback drops back. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 9 at the 39-yard line. Lone runner in the backfield.
Seattle's going to sneak into the playoffs with 14 ties.
Couch looking to throw.
Couch throws.
Defender gets a handout.
Nothing. All right, 4th down.
That's his
Just like
second
that.
pass defended of the game. Here's their 8th punt
There are a lot of
of
bad
the game.
quarterbacks in this game, apparently. All right, so Miami's going to get the ball back. They're going to have it at the 17-yard line with 18 seconds to go.
1st down and 10 to go.
First down and 10. McNabb with a deep drop. It's a screenplay that goes absolutely nowhere, and Miami is going to run out of time. We are going to overtime.
The D shows a 4-3.
Seattle had a Week 7 bye, and they came out and they got a tie.
Drops back.
That's-
The defender gets a handout.
I realized I started that sentence a little
That's the
early,
second
but
pass defended of the game.
okay. We're going to overtime for the second consecutive time that we've had Seattle on
Dolphins.
in the video. And we are all knotted up at 3. That other game, Seattle tied Denver 6-6. So not much more exciting.
By Blanchard.
We'll take it from the goal line to the 15 and tackle by the first guy that gets there, Byron Chamberlain. First tackle of the day, and he'll stop the Seahawks' attempts at a run back at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10.
Goal 64. Set.
Couch drops back.
Couch with a play action pass, almost threw it to the Dolphins immediately. You're about an hour away from Sea of Stars launching. Very excited about that game.
Draw
Getting
play.
great reviews. Huge draw play for Amon Green right up the middle. 20 yards on 10 carries. That's easily the best carry he's had of the day, about 12 yards.
29-yard line. Full back to the strong side with 3 wide for the offense.
Sea of Stars will be up tomorrow. Starfield should be up on Friday, barring any sort of issue.
Couch looks
Couch
downfield.
throws deep down the seam and finds a receiver at the 40-yard line. Seattle in business here. It's a 57-yard field goal from here. They're going to need to get, I don't know, probably 10 yards or 10 more yards. Where's this Tim Couch been? I think they found a fan and just said, hey, you know what? Throw Tim Couch's jersey on. You'll be all right.
1st down and 10 to go. They line up in the eye. Barnes with the
Going
ball.
with a run to Barnes. Barnes looked like he was going to have some room, but excellent job by that defensive line. Got off the block and made the nice tackle.
2nd down and 9
Limited to a
go.
gain of
4
1.
down lineman on D. The quarterback looks to pass.
Throws and finds a receiver. He's going to score. It's a touchdown. Seahawks win 9-3.
39-yard pass by Couch.
Boom, the receiver showed a real nose for the end zone. A good thing, too. He's on my fantasy team this week.
Wow. Well, that's an interesting way to win a game. Seattle showed just about nothing offensively for most of that game, and frankly, neither did Miami. Seattle put together their best drive when it mattered the most. They were going to escape with a victory and improve to 5-1-1. And with that, we are done with today's games. We're going to simulate the last couple that are here on the schedule, including Broncos-Patriots. And we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. Let's get you caught up on some scores. A surprising result right off the top here. The Lions, they're a very bad team. They beat the Bengals 20-10. Chiefs beat the Colts 7-0. Ravens over the Jaguars 20-10. Buccaneers over the Vikings 20-10. Rams beat the Saints 20-7. And the Panthers finally break the score, the streak of 20-point games. They lose to the Jets 10-3. 49ers beat the Bears 14-7. The Cowboys blank the Cardinals 6-0. Chargers over the Bills 10-3. Seahawks, they scored the only touchdown we saw in those last two games combined. They win 9-3 in overtime against the Miami Dolphins. Patriots beat the Broncos 13-3 to give Seattle a little bit more breathing room in the AFC West. And with Kansas City won, so that'll make things interesting. The Chargers won as well. The Raiders won as well, so they're keeping a lot of pressure on Seattle to keep winning. Raiders beat the Eagles 17-3. New York beats Washington 17-10. Steelers take care of the Titans 23-17. And Terrell Owens for the Steelers. He is your AFC offensive player, primetime player. 2 touchdown receptions, 103 receiving yards. Scott Frost for the Patriots, an interception return for a touchdown, 2 interceptions, and a tackle for the Patriots. AFC defensive primetime player. Morton Anderson, 2 field goals, 2 extra points. AFC special teams primetime player. Jeff Blake, he was the NFC primetime player for the Detroit Lions. 2 touchdown passes, 218 passing yards. Charles Woodson, your primetime player. NFC defense, Arizona Cardinals. 6 tackles, an interception, and a pass defensed. And then Todd Peterson for the Detroit Lions. 2 field goals, 2 extra points. NFC special teams primetime player. Through 8 weeks, we have the Rams and the Seahawks on top. 7-1, 5-1, and 1. The NFC has the Rams in that 1 seed. Packers in the 2. The Buccaneers would be the 4. Because the Cowboys would be the 3. And then you'd have the Buccaneers, Falcons, and it looks like the Vikings would just sneak in. Over in the NFC East, the Giants and Cowboys, they're up on top of the division with 4 wins. Cowboys have 3 losses. The Giants have 4 losses. Washington falls to 3-5. The Eagles also fall to 2-5 with the Cardinals. In the West, the Rams have control of this division, and it is looking good for them. 7-1. The Falcons are the closest team at 4-3. The 49ers 3-4. The Panthers 3-5. The Saints 2-5. Packers control the NFC Central, but the Buccaneers tied them up today with a victory and an idle Packers team. Both teams 5-2. The Vikings, just behind at 4-4. A win would have really done wonders for the Minnesota Vikings. The Lions are 2-5 with the Bears. And as a Packers fan, that's what you want to see. Good stuff. In the AFC, the Seahawks would have the number 1 seed. The Patriots would have the 2. The Bengals would have the 3. Raiders, Chiefs, Jaguars in that order. Patriots, they're 6-2. They lead a still pretty cluttered, but a lot of teams took a shot to their hopes of keeping up with the Patriots. It looks like they're going to be starting to fight for wild card spots. The Jets and the Patriots won today. The Patriots improved to 6-2. The Jets improved to 500 at 4-4. Bills, Colts, Dolphins, they all lost, and they are 3-4. Moving to the West, we have the Seahawks on top at 5-1. The Raiders just behind at 5-2. The Chiefs just behind at 5-3. The Broncos not too far off the pace either at 4-3-1. And then the Chargers lowly in last at 2-5. The AFC Central, which usually proves to be the most competitive, wild, wacky division, it's pretty clustered as well. Bengals lost. They are 5-3 now. The Jaguars, they lost as well. Couldn't take advantage of the Bengals' loss in front of them, unless they had a bye week. And they sit at 4-3 and remain in second place. The Ravens have won 2 in a row, and they've improved to 4-4 to put themselves into third place. The Titans have lost 2 in a row to fall to 4th and fall under 500 at 3-4. The Browns are also 3-4 after their loss, and the Steelers improve to 2-5. And that'll do it. That'll take care of week number 8. We are moving on to week 9 here in Random Rosters. Ravens, Steelers. Cowboys Giants could be a good one. I think New York could win. I don't want to put the Cowboys on again. Oh god, they were awful. Oh god. Packers Bucks. Ooh. Some good matchups here. We will figure out who is playing who and what you'll be able to watch next week. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will be back next week with more random rosters here every Tuesday. You can catch a new episode of this show with 4 games inside of that package where I lose my voice by game 3 apparently. I don't think I realized how much of a stamina I built up in the other area, and I took some time away from recording, and I'm still getting my sea legs back, I guess. Or vocal legs back. Either way, Random Rosters does post at 6 a.m. every Tuesday, so be sure to tune into that. Baseball, 6 p.m. Pacific time, when applicable. The Mariners are taking on the Oakland Athletics, game 2 of 3 tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Like I said a little bit ago, Sea of Stars here is launching actually pretty soon, and I am excited to try that game out. Demo ruled, and I'm looking forward to trying the full thing. Should be a full playthrough going up throughout the month of September, but episode 1 will post on Wednesday. Thursday will be a co-op video. I don't know what game that's going to be in. Friday, it should be Starfield. Saturday, a brand new episode of Taste Test. Sunday, who knows? You'll just have to tune in to find out. Sunday and Monday, probably more gameplay, most likely more Sea of Stars, more Starfield. Maybe just either rotating those or putting those on select days, whichever I decide to do. If any of that sounds good, again, subscribe, ring the bell, you'll be notified when I post new videos. You can help me reach my goal of 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know I thought I could do 3,000. Sometimes you just got to cut your losses and go, whew, that was a lot. 2,000. Let's hit 2,000 by the end of 2023. And you can help by making sure you hit that button. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We will see you next week for more exciting football action inside of ESPN NFL Primetime 2002. The hardest video game title in the world for me to say. Good sports, good night.